ladies and gentlemen, Lord Aaron here of Gangstar Gaming via Twitch. And boy, do I have a special game today. I played this on my No Commentary Network channel, which is linked in my YouTube channel description on Gangstar Gaming if you guys want to see this game with no commentary. I did beat it 100% in that playthrough. And because I'm a masochist, I'm going to play this awful train wreck again on Twitch because I want to get this up on my main YouTube channel. Because I wasted my money on this pile of crap eons ago. This game is awful. Nothing that I say about this game will not be something you've already heard. In fact, this game is pretty much dead. I'm probably the only person on planet Earth right now playing this game. So it is bad, it is glitchy, and this is the most updated version. I believe this is patch 1.2? I don't remember. Point is, even with all the patches, I did a not blind, but a little playthrough of this game, and it's still pretty glitchy, so I've created my character already. She looks gangster. So let's get into this train wreck and get it over with. I will be playing this on, there's the Twitch. At least I think I am playing this on the hardest difficulty. I'm actually not sure. Okay, so we have narrative, casual, normal, hardcore. Now this is a new game plus. Once you beat the game once, you get a new game plus, because why would you want to play this twice? But I am. So I'm going to be at a high level with high armor because there's no way in the world I'm starting a new game raw on insanity mode. It's just not going to happen. And this will not be 100%, at least I don't think, because I already beat this 100%. Enjoy the opening cutscene because I'm sure most of you are ready to be engaged in this riveting, poorly written story. Oh, BioWare, what happened to you? I hate that I have to watch like a 30-minute ad. That doesn't even help me out. I gotta get my stuff together, man.
Every great moment in our history began with a dream.
Hey, it's Barry White.
Each bold leap forward was achieved by those willing to do anything to attain it. Each bold leap forward. We are, all of us, leaving behind families, homes, the very birthplace of our species. Some for discovery, to see the unknown. Others for a new start. But today, whatever our reasons, we take the first steps toward a new future for humanity. Today, we begin to make our dream reality.
I never intended on playing this again, but, you know, I felt like having a good laugh. This is a good game to play if you're high or drunk. It'll give you a lot to laugh at least. And I don't outright hate this game like everybody else, but it is bad. It's bad. Especially because BioWare created Knights of the Old Republic, the original Mass Effect trilogy. They were masters of their craft. How they created this abomination. I mean, you can only blame EA so much. And then Anthem is now doing bad as well. BioWare, I don't think they're going to be along much longer. And that breaks my heart. They're one of my favorite developers of the past, creating masterpieces. And for them to just bring this, slap the Mass Effect name on this abomination is just heartbreaking. Because Mass Effect trilogy is number 3 on my list of favorite games of all time. I count the entire trilogy as one game. It changed everything for me about video games. It was groundbreaking. I enjoyed every moment. Citadel DLC and Mass Effect 3, to me, was the ending, not the crappy ending we got. It wasn't a perfect trilogy, but it was engaging. Like, I used to think about the decisions I made in the original Mass Effect trilogy. I used to think about it at work. Like, I used to think about the characters, like, when I was outside of playing the game. Like, no other game has ever done that for me like that, where I was, like, morally, like, conflicted from a freaking video game. So how we go from that to this is a mystery. And I'm going to kind of dissect this game a little bit, but I'm not going to go in depth because there's tons of videos already talking. This game is pretty much dead, so no one on Earth is probably playing this game but me. They did fix the facial models, though, a little bit. But not by a lot. I made a teenager. She looks like she just came out of high school.
I've been taking it easy for 600 years.
Ryder, Sarah, Recon Specialist, Pathfinder Mission Team.
Pathfinder Team, eh? The ones finding us a home.
Can you make it somewhere tropical? Nice, warm ocean, summer year-round?
How about we get her a cup of coffee first?
Prepare to see some of the most horrifying faces in video game history. There are free mobile games that have better facial animation, but the facial animations and glitches aren't the problem with this game. It's this convoluted plot that really drags it
Sarah
down.
Ryder, let's get you checked out. Look here.
After discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates,
But at least the Asari still have fat butts. That's a nice thing, right?
Selected as our destination. Now you are a part of the first wave of Arks arriving in Andromeda, our new home for humanity.
Makes it sound so easy, doesn't it?
Now, in the original Mass Effect trilogy, as most of you probably know, your choices were Renegade and Paragon, which was great. It was wonderful. I did a Paragon playthrough of a female Shepard and a Renegade of the male Shepard. In this game, they wanted to make it more abstract, emotional, logical, casual, professional. You're supposed to be able to craft a character that will say what you say, but this completely doesn't work. I don't know how they screwed it up, because the original trilogy, one of the main draws of it was, I always loved the Renegade and Paragon system. In this game, you're very limited. You can be a casual, I don't really care, carefree character if you want, or you can be a professional character, which is what my character is going to be, because when I played this game on the No Commentary Network, I was a casual character, so I'm going to be more professional this time, but it's really not as deep as it seems, and it's really heartbreaking, because one of the things I love about this game is putting myself in the character as a role-playing game.
Even if it isn't, we'll be ready.
I hope so.
You know something?
Word came down. The Pathfinder wants you all mission ready within the hour. Look this way?
Why the rush?
He didn't say. But something's up. Okay, everything checks out. Just one more thing before I send you on your way. Let's test your SAM implant. Sam, are you monitoring? Sam, are you online?
Yes, Dr. Tapero. Good morning, Sarah. Are you feeling well?
I just need a second to get my bearings. What's this about my implant?
A routine check. After being in stasis, we want to make sure the connection's still live.
As the team's mission computer, your well-being is my primary concern.
Assuming the implants work as advertised. Sam sees what you see, in theory. We won't know for sure until we get you in the field. How are you feeling, otherwise?
I feel like a 600-year-old popsicle. I hope we packed more coffee.
Readings confirmed. Based on the levels of adenosine in your system, the neural implant is functioning properly.
Wait, adeno what?
It just means you're still shaking off your nap. No reason why we can't get you on your way. Though you may want to hang around while we revive your brother. It always helps to see a familiar face.
I don't like the sound of that.
Alright, so the original default Sarah Ryder was known as being one of the ugliest creatures in the Mass Effect series. She looks worse than some of the aliens. So I always customize my character to look as cute as possible. But in this game, that's pretty difficult. But I wanted to, as a joke, kind of make her look ridiculously young.
Just hang on.
Engineering, report.
Try to brace yourself.
Remedy cryobase offline.
So she looks like she's about 16 years old.
Hold on.
And I just got some items. I don't know why. I don't know if that was supposed to happen or not.
This is Cora. I'm at the cryo bay. Brace for a reset.
And most of these side characters and people you explore
Everyone okay?
with
I think so.
are
What
not
happened?
We're not sure. Sensors are scrambled.
good.
But it's good to see you're up. Feels like centuries since we spoke.
This is the
Ha 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 ha.
Mission teams continue preparations. Cora, Riders, report to the bridge.
You heard him. Let's get...
We have a problem over here. It's Scott Ryder.
And that's another gripe I have about this game, but I'll get into it after it loads up here. When I heard that, here we go. When I heard that you were going to play
What's
as
wrong?
a brother-sister combo.
I don't know. Have to check it out.
In fact, let me check something real fast. Can I do this yet? Okay. I just want to check. I'm at level 61. I did beat this 100%. I don't know if that's something to be proud of or not. But, so my character has a ridiculous amount of health and shield already. And I will be giving her the armor that I had when we get on the fake Normandy. But when I heard that there was a brother and sister duo in this game, I got a little excited in the trailers because I thought that, you know, you could create two whole characters and just like role play your butt off and work together to solve a lot of the problems in Andromeda. And in fact, they put your brother down for over half of the game.
Full connection. Sarah,
Is my brother okay?
Scott's fine. His vitals are strong, but the revival procedure was interrupted.
I don't like the sound of that.
Don't worry. It just means the process could take a bit longer than usual. Sam?
My connection to Scott's implant was suspended. However, his pulse, respiration, and brain activity are all normal.
To be on the safe side, we'll need to keep him in a low-level coma for a while. Then let his body regain consciousness naturally. He'll be fine.
Glad to hear it.
Thanks, Lexi. Keep us updated. Ryder, I'll wait for you at the door, whenever you're ready to go.
Yeah, so they sideline your brother for an inordinate amount of time. I was really hoping that like you would work together to solve problems and have like individual relationships with the characters. Like you could play as both Sarah and Scott at the same time. But of course they sideline Scott and he doesn't come in until the end of the game pretty much. And he has the crappiest little side mission in the world, and he just becomes a catalyst for the Archon, who is the main antagonist. More on him later. And I was severely disappointed with that.
Welcome to Andromeda.
And we're not really going to be expecting a lot of stuff. I did all this crap in the No Commentary Network playthrough. I don't think anyone's really interested in the lore of this game, because I highly doubt that there will be another Mass Effect anytime soon. And if they do, they're going to have to rebrand it, because no one wants a sequel to this train wreck.
It sounds amazing, doesn't it? Right up until you lose gravity.
I do like the diversity of the characters, though. There's a lot of different types of people here. That's good.
Hi there. I'm Gian Garson, founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I'm here to welcome you to a whole new galaxy. The good news is, the hard part's over. We're here. If you have any questions now, just ask.
Alright, so this lady is the leader of the, this whole process. More on her later.
The Andromeda Initiative encompasses all colonization efforts, including ARCs, Pathfinders, outposts, and the central support hub, the Nexus. The current location of the Nexus is unknown. Status of outposts are unknown.
Wow, that sucks. So the Arc is, the Nexus is basically the citadel of this game. More on that later.
I'm Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. I think it's important we take a moment to reflect on the principles that brought all of us together. It started with a vision of a better future. A vision that you shape. Life in Andromeda can be anything we dare to dream. And I'm proud to help make those dreams come true. Drop me a note sometime. I'd love to hear how we're doing.
The selection process saw the Andromeda Initiative evaluate thousands of potential habitable planets within the galaxy. After discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates, or golden worlds, the Helios cluster was selected as our destination. Now you are a part of the first wave of ARCs arriving in Andromeda, our new home for humanity. Once the Pathfinder team's assessment is complete, Habitat 7 has been selected as the most likely candidate for colonization.
And that's the main problem with this game. They traveled from the Milky Way, which has thousands upon thousands, if not billions of planets. And they leave the Milky Way, which has the Mass Effect relays, to come to an unknown galaxy to colonize. It took 600 years to get here, which means most of these planets have changed. They just didn't think this through. And some people say it's because they were afraid that if Commander Shepard failed, that the Reapers wipe out humanity, that we have other places where we went. But the Reapers could easily have gone to Andromeda. They were ultimate beings of amazing power. So I'm not buying that at all. It's just, I don't know why they had to put this game in a whole different galaxy when the Milky Way already had established lore. It already had established planets. They could have just went to a different part of the Milky Way. I just really wish they hadn't made it into it. I mean, I understand what they were trying to do, but it just doesn't work in concept. It just doesn't make sense to take the risk of bringing all these people all the way out here.
The Pathfinder is responsible for exploring and assessing new worlds for outpost placement and settlement. Each ARC is led by a Pathfinder who represents their species. The active duty Pathfinder assigned to ARC Hyperion is Alec Ryder. Current duty roster shows you are assigned to the Pathfinder Mission Team, Specialist Ryder. Your current location is ARC Hyperion, housing the human population. ARC Parchero, the Solarian vessel, confirmed departure in 2185. The Asari ship, ARC Lucinia, confirmed departure that same year, as did the Turian ARC Natanus, embarking in 2185.
So there's a little history. So yeah, they came here and they're trying to colonize new planets when they had perfectly good planets already. I didn't like this concept when I heard it in theory.
Did the world just turn upside down, or am I still dreaming?
You left a nasty bump on your head. Let me take a look.
First 5 minutes in Andromeda, and we're already crashing the car.
You thought it'd be easy?
No, but I figured any scars could wait till we land.
Enjoy your nap, Ryder? Don't think I'll need sleep for the rest of my life.
Maybe another decade or two wouldn't have hurt.
Right. Talk to you later.
You were asleep for 600 years. If that's not enough sleep, I can't help you.
No obvious contusions to your brain. Looks nice and pink.
Wait, the cut's that deep?
Just kidding. Checking for a concussion. Your cognitive awareness seems okay.
Ah, right. Where'd you get your degree, Doc?
No need. Don't let anyone be a doctor around here.
What?
Good. Your auditory response seems normal, too.
Liam.
Hey there. Hell of a wake-up call, huh? Didn't expect that first thing out of stasis.
Makes two of us. Hang in there.
Liam is like the Ashley of the group, but Ashley actually had likable personality traits. There is nothing to like about Liam. He's one of the worst characters in the game. Alright, let's get out of here. Just picking up a few things in case somebody wants to read this stuff, but I doubt it. I'm not playing this on my main channel because I'm scared to death to do that, because my channel ain't very popular. Playing this game ain't gonna boost or anything.
In 600 years, no projectile vomiting to worry about.
Good to see you, Ryder. Sorry, still waiting for some coffee.
I should have drank some coffee and some vodka. Come on, Cora.
You ready?
What's wrong?
Hey, up here! Whatever hit the arc fried everything. We have to balance the power load or it could explode. But we don't know where the fault is.
Ryder could find it. She has a scanner. Quick, Ryder, use it to locate the fault.
So they just arrived
I'll
here,
try to get readings on the second conduit.
Hey, I'll try to run on this. I'll override
and
the safeties.
shit is already
Got
in the
it.
fan.
There's no indication of a fault in this component.
Keep looking.
Relay 2C shows damage from a temperature spike.
Found it! Bad relay!
Ryder, can you go reset it?
And of course, because I'm the main character, I have to do everything. Right from the start, the game is letting you know how this is going to be.
There! It's reset!
If this was the original game, you would have had an option to just let the thing malfunction or something. Your character has no personality, basically. You're either going to say, yes, I will do this
Good
task,
job,
or
Ryder. Now we can get to the train.
yes, I will do this task, sir. That's basically as far as your personality goes. Now, in this patch, they did fix a few things. There's a few bug fixes. The animations have been tweaked a little bit. And there's no more of that funny running glitch where she looks like she's about to take a dump, unfortunately. That glitch has been patched out. Which I think they should have kept in because it was at least entertaining and give you something to do. Or trying to piece together this plot. So they just arrived here and things are already bad.
Barely in Andromeda and we're already scrambling.
As Cora just said, you know, it's...
The adventure begins.
This is
Not sure your
bad.
dad'll see it that way.
This is bad.
Go ahead and take us to the bridge.
This is what happens when you travel 600 years to an unknown galaxy. The readings they got are obviously outdated. Planets change. They did not think this through. And it shows in the story, because nothing goes right in this whole game until the end. Like, it's problem after problem. Which is fine. But...
Helm control, report.
Craziness.
We're drifting. Flight controls aren't responding.
First priority is stopping these outages.
Mainline power's been knocked out. We're on reserves, Captain. They won't last.
What's our position?
Unknown. We lost telemetry.
Sam, we need eyes out there.
Attempting to adjust sensor array.
Alec, please. You may be Pathfinder, but this is my ship.
Captain, the protocol's clear. In the absence of communication with the Nexus or the other arcs, we proceed to our appointed Golden World. Solid ground.
If it's even out there. Nobody said anything about running into an energy cloud. And that's just a wild guess what we hit.
That thing is the size of a nebula. How did the pilot not see it?
Alec, I need to assess the damage. Stop the bleeding. We've got 20,000 people asleep on this ship. Let's give them a chance to wake up.
Can you blame her?
Your father's got a point, though. Solid ground sounding pretty good right now.
Yeah, but...
Pretty good. Isn't good enough.
Yes, sir.
We're coming through.
Don't look at me like that, you ugly alien-looking creep.
My God. Is that our Golden World?
That's Habitat 7. New Earth, if we're lucky. All of our long-range scans told us it was in the green zone. Perfect for human settlement.
Yeah, 600 years ago.
It doesn't even look the same.
You know, these people in this game are absolute idiots. I'm not even a scientist and I know that. Like, how could they not know that?
She's right. It looks pretty dicey from here. Are we sure about those scans?
It's a good question.
Things can change. It's been 600 years. Sam.
The energy from the phenomenon is damping our senses. Planetary conditions are unknown.
We're marooned. 20,000 souls adrift at sea. And when the power runs out, and stays out, we need to know if that's safe harbor.
And if it's not?
As Pathfinder, it'll be my job to find an alternative. It's what we trained for. But if this goes well, we are already home.
I love your blind optimism.
Just make it quick.
Harper, the rest of the team should be awake by now. Have them spin up 2 shuttles. Planet Fallen 30.
Yes, sir.
Guess we're doing it the hard way. Deck by deck.
Stubborn one, isn't he?
No one ever said Dad was a diplomat. People skills were never his strong suit.
Just as long as he knows what he's doing. It's not like the cavalry's coming to save the day.
They couldn't have brought
I need
a
an
worse
ETA on
group
our
of
sensor
people.
repairs. We're blind out here.
And that's one of the things that made me laugh about this game, is that everybody in this game is incompetent. Except for the Pathfinder. Her father, I mean, Alec. He's the only one who had a brain in his head, and of course we're going to see what happens later, but... These are all idiots. Like, they just took the dumbest people and just
hate that he missed this.
sent them out here.
Are all the riders adrenaline junkies?
I guess it's in our blood. I was born a minute ahead of him. I never let him forget it.
Don't worry. I'm sure Scott will pull through.
Yeah, and when he does, he'll want to hear stories.
So, let's get out there and find him one. Right. You'll want to get your helmet. And maybe stop at the Good Luck Rock before we go.
The what?
It's an old superstition of your dad's.
Alright, so we're going to the first planet. I think that Ryder...
Andromeda. Everything was in the clear. How could things change like that?
Because you guys are stupid, Cora. Now I forgot
Good
my
luck,
thought.
Rock, huh?
Your dad was mountain climbing back on Earth. It caught him from falling. Way things are going today, we'll need any luck we can get.
I didn't mean to say Ryder there. I mean, I think the original game was...
Analysis indicates alkali feldspar and quartz, commonly known as granite.
Was ambitious. I think that they really did have intentions on making this an epic, but they just ran out of time. And then you got all this
Better
political
not.
crap.
Our bathroom breaks on this trip.
And SJW and all these other groups, and they just freaking spaced out and just didn't finish this game in enough time, ran out of time, then they had to rush the game's development, and it shows all over the place, and it's just, I don't know what happened to BioWare. I don't think they should have went with EA, because EA put the pressure on them, but still, you can only blame EA so much.
Got it.
The Pathfinder is now requiring sidearms. I've opened the armaments locker.
Are we expecting trouble, Sam?
A precaution. Please arm yourself, Ryder.
Crashing the party, huh?
Sorry.
Hey, Ryder.
It's Kirkland, right?
Yeah. I think we met just before the Hyperion left Earth. Not sure if you know Greer?
Hi there. Your dad say anything about what's going on?
So I'm gonna either go for the intellectual or the professional. But I do want her to be smart, even though she is young. I don't want her to be a complete idiot like my Ryder was in the No Commentary Network playthrough.
Tough to say. Sensors can't get a read on the planet.
Well, at least it keeps things interesting.
Yeah. Be ashamed to go through all this training and not put it to good use.
See you guys on the ride down.
I still need an update on our sensor coverage. Please report in as soon as possible.
I hate not knowing. We come 2 million light years and a stupid cloud gets in the way.
Could be worse. At least we found the planet. Anything could have happened in dark space.
Trust me, you guys would have been better off if your shuttles had exploded.
Ryder?
Hey, Fisher. How's it going?
I heard a rumor from the bridge that your dad and the captain aren't seeing eye to eye on this.
She wasn't thrilled with the idea of the expedition. My dad won her over.
Glad Dunn came around. Your dad's the N7 here. He's got the most experience. And the best aim. I go wherever he goes.
What a loyal puppy dog.
Looks like Dad's already suited up. Hang in there, Scott.
Alright, I think that's everything that's in here. I just gotta grab this gun.
Better safe than sorry.
You never know. Now let's get to the shuttles.
So we're going to begin our first quote-unquote adventure in this game. This first planet is actually kind of interesting, though, but more on that when we get there.
So just another boring day at the office, huh?
I figure it's a chance to show everyone what we can do. Go out there and earn our stripes.
You're Alec's daughter, all right. I always wondered what it was like when explorers crossed the ocean. Nothing but stars and dead reckoning to guide them.
And a map that said, "Here be dragons."
Well, if they made it, we can too. And maybe see a dragon along the way.
Never know. Let's keep an eye out.
And our distance.
On that note, time to get to the shuttle.
See it's that kind of writing that makes this game so unbearably bad. I mean, what she said makes no sense, but anyway, let's just go. We all know this game is bad, so let's just get through this. I'm gonna power through this, so help me God. I don't even care about the glitches. It's the dialogue that just grates my ears. The writing in this game was done by a toddler, I swear to God.
Dr. Carlyle, with everything going on, I think the Ark needs you more than we do.
Pathfinder wants a medic on hand, and if that is home down there, I'm happy to knock on the door.
Get over there. There you go.
Yeah, we're just not sure what's on the other side of the door.
No problem. If it has teeth, I brought the pliers. Yank them out myself.
All right, team, button it up. We leave in 5.
Sir, we broke out the weapons as requested. Anything we should know about?
Seem prudent, given the situation. We'll be down a man with Scott out. I heard what happened. Your brother's strong. He'll make it.
He better. 600-year nap and he oversleeps.
You know him. Never was an early riser. Just don't let it get to you. I need you sharp.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, these faces,
Your mom
boy.
would have been proud of both of you.
And this is the patched version. If you really want a good time, play the original
Okay,
Mass
team,
Effect
listen up.
Andromeda.
I chose each of you for the Pathfinder team, not just because you're talented and passionate, but because you're dreamers, like me. We dream of exploring the unknown, finding the edge of the map, and then discovering what lies beyond. When people look back on this, and they will, they'll remember we didn't give up. That we kept dreaming, that our first few faltering steps in Andromeda were the beginning of everything they know. We only get one chance to be first. So, let's go make history.
Nice speech, and let's get a move on.
Been waiting 600 years for this.
I'm telling you, Liam is a bad character. He's really not good. He has a few funny lines, but he's really not a likable person. He's really full of himself. You'll see what I mean.
Good luck, Pathfinder team.
Alright, so we're finally off. Sorry, these freaking headphones make my head itch like crazy.
Copy that. You're on point. Wow, will you look at that?
Whatever it is, it stopped the Hyperion in its tracks.
It appears to be an unstable mass of dark energy.
If you say so, steer clear of it.
Their pilot hit it already. I don't know how he didn't see this giant nebula-sized cloud of evil.
Gravity anomalies detected.
Let's see if I can even it out. My stomach would appreciate that. We're clear. Accelerating to cruising speed.
Ryder, we didn't have a chance to meet back in the Milky Way. Name's Liam Costa, Security and Response Specialist.
Good to meet you, Liam.
Hard to believe we're finally doing this.
Sure beats reading the brochures.
Beginning our deceleration. Planet's dead ahead. Hang on. Initiating atmospheric exit.
Hello?
The flight guidance is scrambled. It'll pass. The controls are fighting me.
Adjust approach vector 3 degrees to starboard.
Now approaching upper troposphere. We're through.
Holy.
Shuttle 2, are you seeing this?
Copy that. Doesn't look like a golden world from here.
Ionization levels are rising.
Stay on course to the landing zone.
Oxygen levels are below minimum human requirements.
Is this the right planet? We had this all worked out.
Keep it tight, Shuttle 2.
The mountains are floating.
Look, port side.
That has to be advanced engineering.
Hyperion, this is the Pathfinder. We've got evidence of an alien civilization.
Has anyone seen us?
What if they're not friendly?
We stick to contact protocol. No use of deadly force unless hostile intent is clear.
Uh-oh. Trouble. Bye, Liam. Nobody's gonna miss you. And we just exploded out of the ship. And...
Acceleration increasing.
No kidding!
Your jump jet is malfunctioning.
Get it working!
Approaching terminal velocity.
Sam!
That explosion was awful. I don't understand exactly what happened. Like, I know why it exploded, but like the way it did it was just like strange. Ow. And she just broke her helmet, so she's dead. So that's the end of the game, guys. If only we were that lucky. And through the power of magic, she fixes her helmet. They don't even explain this technology. She just Houdini'd that mask back on her helmet, or whatever. Now the environments in this game are gorgeous. I will give them credit. Whoever did the environments. The game isn't
This is
ugly
Ryder. Come in.
when it comes to environments.
Hyperion. Sam. Anyone there?
Save your breath, Ryder. Sam's offline. Comlink's trashed. I'm surprised we aren't too.
And of course, Liam just happens to have fallen right where we were, but we were kind of close together, so maybe that's why. So I can definitely, you know, ride past that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Did the others make it?
I don't know. It was all a blur. Shuttle split in two. This is like some nightmare.
Yeah. No way this is home.
Your home was 600 years ago in the Milky Way, which has thousands, if not millions, of different planets.
See if anyone else is alive. Come on.
And Liam doesn't honor the no-touch rule. I mean, the Milky Way is enormous. We could live in the Milky Way forever. There's no reason for us to travel to galaxies this far away.
Ryder, how's your survival training?
I've seen my share of troubles. Nothing crazy, but...
Well, crazy just found us. Those rocks out there are floating.
Yeah, I can see, Liam.
Terra
My eyes were...
Incognita.
Terra Incognita. Wonderful. So anyway, it's not the best looking game in the world.
Is the water here even water?
But the environments do look okay. It's passable. You know. So some love was put into some aspects of this game.
Those structures we saw on the way in? Who could survive in a place like this?
Not sure we want to find out.
There's our comm device.
No fixing this. Must have broken on impact.
Explains why we lost our SAM connection.
So like I said, this is New Game Plus. I don't need to collect a bunch of data and stuff because my character's over-leveled as it is. And even though this is on insanity mode, the enemy AI is not smarter, so I should be able to get through this hopefully.
Damaged in the crash. No good to us now.
but you can scan a lot of things in the game. And this is the only interesting planet, in my opinion, that we come across in the whole game. Like, the rest of the planets are pretty dull, in my opinion.
Oh, and safety tip? Don't breathe the air. Found that out the hard way.
I'm not gonna poop on this game though the whole playthrough, because I don't actually hate this game, believe it or not. But it is bad. It just falls flat. But it's not the worst thing you'll ever play in your life. Especially some of the glitches are actually kind of entertaining. Like, I found myself laughing a lot, but it never ruined the game for me. And I never had any game-breaking glitch.
You think that energy cloud we saw could cause all this?
Sam said it's dark energy, but that's in space.
Yeah, hell of a cloud.
The cloud that makes boulders float.
How does she know the cloud is causing that, though? She just guessed that?
What the hell is this?
Come on! We gotta get through it!
This is crazy!
Welcome to Habitat 7! Keep moving!
Ah!
Good, Liam got hurt. That's always a good thing.
Under there!
Alright, here we go.
Is this for real? What the hell's going on with this place? How's your gun? Might want to see if it's working. Take a shot at that fuel cell. It's busted anyway.
So this is the tutorial, obviously,
Look,
and I accidentally...
Something flying around in the sky.
Oh, wow.
Here be dragons. Cora will love it.
So these things flying are one of the only interesting things in the game, and they never, ever bring them up again. Look at how cool these things are. I mean, like, why do they create this great stuff only to have it not be explained? Maybe they were going to explain in the sequel, but I mean, there are some cool, interesting things in this game, but they completely get overshadowed.
I'd say it's working.
And the camera goes haywire when you're aiming too. It gets way too close to Ryder. I hate that. It's awkward. Like, the camera's almost up her butt. There was a cave or something I think I missed, but who the freak cares?
There! Get up that cliff. We find high ground. Come on!
Not sure we want to...
I think I can see a path up. We'll use the jump jets if we have to.
See how dialogue gets interrupted if you move too far ahead?
Give it a minute. We can probably do both.
Oh no, here's the cave here. Okay. Dialogue gets interrupted a lot in this game, but I mean, I don't think anybody cares about this game's plot.
More glowing mushrooms.
Are they making that noise?
No. Coming from inside the mountain.
But this game had some interesting concepts. Whoops, wrong button.
Detecting a lot of energy. Can't make heads or tails of it, but it's powerful.
This playthrough of this game is designed for people who've already beaten the game. If you want to hear the plot and stuff, you can always just get it yourself. It's pretty cheap now, although I wouldn't recommend buying this game. It's just really not that great, but I mean, some people might get a kick out of it.
How'd my dad find you?
I was a cop. In crisis response.
Yeah?
Tell you over a beer sometime.
They try to make Liam like the first love interest, but he's so unlikable. My characters, I've played this game 3 times, and
This is going to be close.
I never ever had them date Liam, ever, because he's so just not.
That's it. We're getting there.
Now, I don't have access to my good equipment, which is a real problem. So this first part of the game may actually be the toughest part. As you can see, I have all my powers here are rank 6, I think. Are they? Oh no, yes they are. See, yeah, I got them. So my combat tools, my combat fitness is all maxed out. New Game Plus Because there's no way I'm going to play Insanity with a default character from a fresh game, because this game is unbalanced and it's just not worth it in my opinion. Because the enemies are cheap, but they're not smart, so they can be outsmarted pretty easily.
I think I see the top.
Alright, another cutscene coming up. This one's kind of funny though.
Am I making some room? Thanks. What the hell is that?
Don't know, but it's our job to figure it out.
That sounds like your old man talking.
He was right. Something went wrong here. We have to find out what.
One thing at a time.
Liam loves touching, don't he?
It's Fisher.
Wait.
Now that's the part that makes me laugh. She basically like just shoves him to the ground. That's great. I like that.
Holy shit! What was first contact protocol again?
No deadly force unless fired upon.
Yeah, said no one in the field ever. How do we handle it?
Take it easy. We only get one shot at hello with these guys.
Yeah, and Fisher gets shot in the head if we're wrong.
Okay, let's make friends. Because these cauliflower-looking bastards look like they're fun.
We can't understand you! We're not here to fight! That man's with us!
You hell! Better shoot it! Doesn't sound friendly. What's the other guy doing? Shit, they're beating him.
Weapons up!
So, oh yeah, this is on Insanity. I better take cover though, because I don't have my good armor here. So I will die fast if I don't fight smart here. But Liam has his biotics and I have my powers, so should be fine. Enemies are more hardy, but I do have better weapons, but I can't get to them yet. So this first mission is actually one of the tougher ones, like I said, because you have to use the default crap. But as you can see, the enemy AI is stupid. He just stood right there and let me shoot him.
Okay, it's over.
Fisher, you okay? So much for making peace with the locals. Thanks for jumping in.
We tried talking. I guess they didn't want to listen. What else could we do?
You saved my life.
I like to mix it up, make her a little emotional
The
sometimes.
brochures were light on aliens who want to shoot your head off. We still don't even know what they wanted. The way they treated you? Blood samples, I'd say. Lots of them.
And everything Liam says makes me want to just like pull my eardrums out.
Who says we'd even understand? Or they'd understand us? It's a new galaxy. I guess it's too much to expect they'll play by Milky Way rules.
They broke the rules in any galaxy. But why go after us like that? Only thing I know for sure, their guns hit just as hard as ours. Where are the others?
Gone. Kirkland and Greer went looking for help.
Come on.
Ah, my leg!
Can you move?
I think it's broken. You guys push ahead and look for the others.
You sure?
Yeah. Just find us a ride out of here. And take a few more of them out while you're at it.
Ryder is so skinny. Alright, so
Whoa. Take a look at these bodies. What are these things?
they look like Protheans on crack. I think the Dishonored Wolf said it best, who did a great analysis of this game. He said they look like Protheans after they've been hopped up on meth.
I hope the other team's okay.
We'll find them, but we might want to scout around first.
You're the recon specialist. Point the way.
Right.
Looks like you knew how to handle a gun back there.
Spent time with an Alliance peacekeeping force.
Liam likes to talk. Alright, here we go.
Well, I don't have Sam here, but I can try to make sense of it. They're NA-based, and their armor reads as some kind of bone, but the genetics are all over the map.
Ah, I guess life took a different turn here, huh?
You idiot should have stayed in the Milky Way. Alright, so there's actually a lot of side content in this planet that is very easy to miss, but it's very important for the story, so I don't know why it's optional. And I'll be going through all that. Did Ryder just scream? There's really no reason to collect this stuff. I already have everything I need. The item limit was increased to 150, but I don't have access to that yet. So we're not going to be picking up anything. I really don't need to. I'm going to have to try to remember, because I haven't played this in a while. In fact, I never intended on playing this again. Where to go in terms of finding the optional content. This is an in-depth kind of analysis playthrough, I guess. It's not meant to be taken too seriously, though. I mean, this game is pretty much dead. And sorry, I live in the city, so there's lots of sirens. There's more fighting up ahead.
Is that Kirkland?
Please, I surrender. I said I surrender.
They shot him.
Oh man, that's not very nice.
Take them out.
Right behind you.
This game has an interesting cover system. You don't control the cover. Your character will automatically take cover when they go near a piece of wall or something.
They want to fight. We'll give it to them.
You do have ammo, unlike Mass Effect 1. That was also in 2 and 3. So that's not new. It's not a problem. I never really ran out of ammo in this game too much. And I think this is the only weapon I have. Well, I didn't mean to put my weapon away. Okay, I'm just seeing here. Okay, yeah. Alright. Back into the fight we go. Come on, you idiot. Nice, Liam. He actually did something useful. Oh my god.
That's the last of them.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Did Kirkland make it?
No vital signs. Just shot him in cold blood.
He was trying to surrender. Why kill him?
Would we treat them any different if they showed up on Earth, armed to the teeth?
Maybe not.
Peace isn't going to be an option here.
Oh, the irony. But one cool thing about the battles, you can decapitate.
We'll come back for his body once we find the others.
Okay, so now we finally have the Avenger X assault rifle.
We're still alive somewhere. Still, take a look at this architecture. This is really something.
But yes, very, very pretty. So you can decapitate enemies in this game, and it shocked me, but it was awesome. You can that's one cool thing you can do in battle. That's about the only cool thing you can do in battle.
Okay, now this is weird. Even with these readings, I have no idea what it does.
Just imagine the mind that invented it.
If that's even possible. Evolution's separated from ours by 2 million light years.
Spooky when you put it that way.
Oh, Lord. And I deliberately made my Ryder... I tried to make her look as young as possible. I wanted her to be like 14, seriously, because she acts like a child a lot in this game, so... I figured we might as well just make her a child, you know? Why do I keep doing that? I'm controller tied here for some reason. I gotta get you.
I've seen Prothean artifacts in my time, but nothing quite like this. It's at least 3 or 4 centuries old.
The Arks left 600 years ago, right?
Yeah. Our long-range scans wouldn't have shown this. These structures. That tower. Maybe none of it was here when we left the Milky Way.
600 years is a long time. Should have just kept your asses in the Milky Way. over here. That's the one thing this game got right.
Shit, you hear that? What the hell's that? Yeah, watch out!
Whoa.
What is this thing?
I think it wants to eat us!
I just stun-locked this enemy.
It's dead.
Whatever it was.
How'd it cloak like that?
It's organic. No sign of technology.
Wow, so the cloaking is biological?
Yeah, weird.
We have creatures on this planet that can change their color based on environment. I don't know if we have creatures that can turn invisible, though. Not sure about that. Okay, nothing here.
Hey, look, flare's going up over there.
Could be our people. I'll mark the nav point.
And how did you do that exactly? Anyway, before we go over there,
what do you suppose is down there?
New and painful ways to die?
Maybe we could jump jet our way across.
New and painful ways to die. Okay, now that line, see, sometimes he says something a little funny. A little
Wonder
funny.
what's in here.
But there's actually a lot to explore. This is kind of like, you can tell this was an early game level. Whoa. I thought that thing was going to attack us.
Did you see that?
Some kind of flying thing.
Added to the list of stuff around here we don't understand.
I know what that is, but I forgot that there was one in here. Alright. Let's see. High value. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not grabbing nothing. The game is giving you a little taste. You can tell this is one of the earlier levels because they actually put some thought. There is places to explore, or there are places to explore. So, it's not like no thought went into it at all, but after this, it's like it just goes on your exploration. So, Sam is offline. You really don't know anything. Sam is the only reason they can do anything in this game. They completely rely on an AI instead of themselves. You know, Commander Shepard...
Is that sound coming from below?
Alien gods of the underworld?
Don't say that.
I think it's machinery. You can feel the vibration.
The scale of this. Who built it?
Alien gods.
Oh, Lord. Shut up, Ryder. Alright, so... yeah, you can explore this planet, and it feels more organic than the other planets in this game. And I completely lost my thought there because they keep talking. Got more enemies ahead.
Ryder, more of those aliens ahead.
You can
They
switch
see
it
us.
over. No point trying to be stealthy. I better get my butt in
Here we
the
go!
cover.
Not much of talking, are they? Look out!
I'm just gonna stab him to death.
Careful! Good cloaking!
Alright, I took some hits there. I'm gonna have to wait. I don't think your health recovers.
You hanging in there?
Don't worry about me!
Get into cover, you nitwit. I gotta get closer. The cover system in this game is not great. I'm gonna have to change up my powers too. See, Liam is actually not bad with that, I don't know if it's a biotic ability. Some type of, that's why I take him with me, even though he's unlikable. He has a very useful skill of just like destroying enemy formations like that. He's actually very good at combat. So if you can deal... See, his head just came off. I love that. If you can deal with his annoying quips, he's actually not a bad fighter in this game. But he has some of the worst lines. It's really unfortunate. Stop. Oh, look at him. He's trying to juke us. And then he just runs. Oh, come on. Stand still, will ya? Let's get this over with.
Pretty good at this, Ryder.
I was with a team that dug up Prothean artifacts.
Well, this will be a field day for you.
I wonder what these guys were doing here.
Crash of some kind. It's not one of our ships.
Alright. Oh, no, I'm not gonna lie though, Insanity Mode can be tough if you do a new game with it, if you want a challenge, but I just don't see any reason to do so with a game like this. But whatever floats your boat. Is that considered... It is. Like I said, I can't wait to actually be done with this mission though, because I want to get my good armor and weapons. For some reason they don't let you get them right from the start, which I don't understand. It's pretty dumb that they make you go through this tutorial mission. But we'll persevere.
It's food, I think.
Can't be local. Not growing anything on this planet.
So maybe they're bringing it in from off-world?
More of them in the cluster? Not loving that.
There's only 2 alien races in this. You know, I don't want to spoil anything just in case, but it's just so much wasted potential. I like her little hop there, though. That's pretty fun. I'm digging at scraps here, as guys. Like, in order to find enjoyment in this game, I have to nitpick the little bit of good that's here, because it's not a complete train wreck, but you gotta find your pleasures in this game. And I think the glitches are at least entertaining. Like, at least like when they clip through a floor. Now I never had that glitch.
Some sort of cave over there.
Where they clip through the floor and go into outer space. I never got to see that glitch. When I played this game on the No Commentary Network, I completely had a glitch-free experience, except for a few texture pop-ins and character model spasms, and the facial animations, of course, but nothing major. So the only thing is I couldn't complete one side mission because the game glitched.
Now this looks more like the golden world my dad was expecting.
Then the long-range scans were right? This could have been home?
600 years ago, and then who knows?
Well, that's a long time, like I keep saying. Freaking idiots. So, the more you investigate this planet, the...
If it's anything like plants back in the Milky Way, there are signs of cellular mutation.
It's lasted this long. Guess that makes it the Alpha Tree, huh?
Yeah. Or what happened to all its friends outside?
We'll determine what she says to her father, basically. That's it. Got some delicious looking food here.
Dead animal in here, and some sort of trap. Pretty recent, too.
You suppose those aliens set it?
If they did, they don't play nice with anyone.
Or maybe they just wanted to catch some food. Thank you, Liam. He actually said something smart. Oh my god, somebody pinch me. Dear God, he said something smart. There's hope. And she just fell down. It didn't grab. Let's try that again. Thank you. I don't normally talk this much during like cutscenes and stuff, but I want to really dig into why this game was a failure, because, you know, Mass Effect Trilogy meant so much to me, and I was so hyped about this game.
A path up on the left.
It just broke my heart. I was looking forward to another Mass Effect trilogy. Even if they only copied the Mass Effect trilogy. Like, if they just had, like, a similar plot. As long as the characters were engaging, and as long as the adventure was there, and as long as I felt like I was role-playing as a character I wanted to role-play as, I didn't care. More Mass Effect sounded great to me, and then we get this, and it's like, why? Why this franchise? Why did this franchise have to fall from grace?
You hear that?
Yeah, radio static. But like a pattern.
And I don't know how they can save this franchise. Like, EA's and BioWare's reputation is already so bad.
Static's getting louder.
I just...
Don't understand you. I'm from the Milky Way. Hold around, look. We come in peace.
It's great.
We need help. Our ship crashed it. Yep. What does that mean? I can't so.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I almost died.
Hang on, Greer, we've got you!
Keep your head down!
They took my shields down in seconds. That was close.
Box them in, Liam!
Stay in the kill zone! They're not getting out of this.
Go up there, Liam.
On my way.
That was close. Oh, your health does regenerate. Even on insanity mode. They almost took my ass out. Oh no. I gotta be careful here. Come on out of cover. Come on. This is basically the enemy AI in a nutshell. It hides. This is all they do. They don't try to like strategize. They don't form a... They don't work as a unit basically. And look at him. He's just sitting here with his head hanging out. He's not even trying to kill me. Look at him. Look at this. Do you like the AI is non-existent? Like it's awful. He just stood there and let me shoot him over and over and over. It's truly like tragic. What's the other one doing? Is he glitching out? Where is he? Oh crap. I stepped into some toxic goo. And I totally missed, get out of there right now. I totally missed that shot. I gotta be careful though, this is on insanity mode, so you will die fast if you goof around. Come on out of cover, this, ugh. There we go. Now this is optional. You don't have to save this guy.
I was tapping my mic, hoping someone would notice.
You okay?
Yeah. Where are the others?
They killed Kirkland. The Fisher's alive back at the crash site.
He's got a broken leg. Needs help.
I'll check around for supplies. Then head back.
Stay put when you get there. We'll look for my dad's shuttle.
Good luck. Can't wait to get off this rock.
You and me both. So this is optional. You don't have to save this guy. And then his fate is left unknown, but it's presumed that he was killed. But these are, Greer and the other guy are throwaway characters. So you have no emotional attachment to any of these characters. So when one of them dies, you really have no reason to care. Like, there's no emotional connection with these characters. Like by the end of the game, you will not care about any of these characters. Except for Jarl. Jarl is my favorite character.
Along with everything else on this planet.
He has a great personality, and he will be the romanced character in this game. I don't know if you can die by being struck by this lightning. I don't think I've ever died from it. So this is another optional area here. You don't have to go to this area, but there is more context if you do.
Well, let's hope no one's home.
Doesn't look like a home at all.
And it just perplexes me that these people are supposed to be intelligent scientists, and they didn't realize that coming to a new galaxy was a bad idea.
Yeah, no one's living here.
So what's it for?
Doesn't look like the other structures we've seen. Different design.
Liam
Must be a
never
way
shuts.
to get some lights on.
Okay, so we can resupply here. There will be a bit of combat when we leave this area. but it's not a major deal. The enemies, I mean, I might die a few times, but the enemies in this game are not that smart. So...
Huh. Who knows? Let's call it a weird alien machine.
We sure could use Sam right about now.
And that's another thing about this game that I didn't like. In the original Mass Effect trilogy, Commander Shepard was a capable leader. He or she was a believable commander. Sorry, that was my phone. Like, I believed Commander Shepard could do the things that they did in those games. Why do I keep looking at these? Because he was or she was competent. Like, they weren't idiots, and you had a great team with you. They didn't rely on AI and technology. But in this game, freaking Ryder is an idiot who gets put in a position they weren't ready for.
Wonder what's inside.
And they are just thrust into a leadership position that they shouldn't be in. And everybody just follows it because they have no choice, as you'll see later on as we go forward. Ryder is just not a believable leader. Like,
what's all this about?
Freaking goofball. And that's why I made my character look like a kid. I wanted her to look like a baby if I could. I want to really emphasize how unqualified this person is to do the things they do in this game.
Nothing.
So we're going to turn the power on.
You guessed it. Another weird alien machine.
Huh. Figures.
Only one way to find out.
You mean turn it on?
And now she's going to play with something that she has no idea what it is, which is a bad idea.
What are you doing, Ryder?
But this is actually just a generator.
Oh shit!
That can't be good. Oh.
So the weird alien machine is a generator.
Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't it be?
Maybe it did something.
So the game tries to fool you there by making you think this was going to explode, and when I first played this game, I hightailed it out of here at lightning speed thinking it was going to explode. So that was an effective joke that they did there. It worked. I mean, it was okay.
Weird.
If that's poison, I know who to blame.
And Liam, like me, just doesn't know when to stop joking. But he's annoying. He's really not a likable character.
Whoa! Guess the circuit overloaded.
Even the equipment's out to get us.
And point taken.
Same language as those aliens. Wonder what he's saying.
Kill all humans, probably?
Well, I doubt they even know what humans are, Liam. We just got here. Freaking idiot.
Crap!
I don't know if this thing signals the fight that's about to happen. I've never not hit that thing. I really shouldn't have hit that. Because I just wanted to know, like, because there is a fight out here with the aliens. And I'm going to try not to spoil too much early on. But I think most people know the story. And it's really not that well done anyway,
hey,
so...
that door open.
I mean, I can't really spoil this because it's such a predictable plot that you could probably figure it out in 5 seconds. It's really not the best rating. Now, there is kind of a tough fight here.
Maybe. Then it got hit by a tornado.
A tornado? Liam, stop talking. Okay, so... The remnant in here is a problem.
Weird. You hear that?
Looks like they were trying to tunnel in.
Don't think it... Watch it!
So we gotta kill this thing fast. I'm not playing around with these things.
So now killer robots too?
Huh. The Geth back home would love this place.
You know, every time a character in this game references the far superior Mass Effect trilogy, it actually hurts my soul. Because that means this game is canon. Like, this is not like some experiment. This wasn't like a side game. This is considered a part of the masterpiece that was the Mass Effect trilogy.
Some serious energy on the other
and
side.
And that breaks my heart in half.
Maybe it's closed for a reason.
These guys were poking around where they shouldn't have.
Every time they mention the Geth or Commander Shepard, it just makes me want to play the far superior Mass Effect Trilogy. In fact, you know what EA should do? They should have BioWare release the Mass Effect Trilogy on the PS4. Not remastered. All they gotta do is just clean up a few of the little bit of graphics and fix a few of the bugs and just release the game on the PS4.
Not exactly poetry, is
They'll
it?
make triple the money that they made from this game. And it'll make the fans happy. I think that'll be a
There's some kind of technology on this
good
planet.
idea.
Older, underground.
They should
Something
just
aliens are
re-release
interested
the original Mass Effect trilogy on the PS4.
Yeah, bloodthirsty archaeologists.
And I'm surprised EA didn't do that because they're so greedy. I'm surprised they didn't like just do that already. Like just release. It would cost them no money to do that, basically. And it would sell well because, you know, a lot of people haven't even experienced the original game. This was the first Mass Effect for a lot of people, so they think the whole series sucks.
Weather's so crappy.
There's gonna be a major fight here.
Heads up! They were waiting for us!
We got some of those invisible... We got two of them. I'm just gonna stab them.
Up and running. Stalking us?
Starting to feel like it.
Get out of here before they kill me.
This is not how I go out.
I don't think they're listening.
Wow, this was an ambitious little guy here. Look at him. He actually tried to do something. But Liam put a stop to that. Get into cover, Ryder. Okay. Down, boy. I mean, the combat in this game isn't the worst. In fact, sometimes the combat can be fun, especially on higher difficulties. Some of these fights can be rather intense and give you kind of a little bit of an adrenaline boost. Like this fight right here, when I almost died right there, my heart was racing a little bit. Like, the battles in this game aren't bad. The battle system is okay. It's not the greatest, but it's passable. Like, I love the battle system in this game. I think it's decent. It's fun. It's just that there's not a lot of variety to it. It's just kind of, you fight the same generic enemies over and over with very little variety, but it's not a bad battle system. Especially on Insanity mode, this is the only joy that you'll probably get from this game.
Last one's down.
Let's not wait around for more.
You know, I get the most joy from just fighting in this game. And that's not what Mass Effect is known for. The original trilogy didn't have the best battle systems in the world. This battle system is similar to Mass Effect 3's. But at least you felt like a unit in Mass Effect 3. You could command your characters to go to certain positions. It wasn't perfect, but it was passable, and I felt like I was with the squad. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to get up here like this, but I do it all the time. Who knows? This game is so poorly made. There's all kinds of ways to skim past stuff. I've seen speedruns of this game. It's really entertaining. So we got another
the other
wreckage.
half of our shuttle.
What a mess. I can't believe we survived this.
These fire effects look great. I've seen a lot of fire in video games, and it looks terrible, but that actually doesn't look bad. Like I said, whoever did the environments for this game, they really did do a fantastic job. Like, the game looks nice. It's the character models.
Movement on our perimeter. It's an ambush.
Oh, hell! They got the jump on us!
I forgot about this ambush, actually. This is bad. I forgot about this fight.
More of those animals!
I'm trying, Liam. I'm trying. Just relax. See, Liam is a good fighter, and he's leveled up, so he's powerful at this point.
Trying to surround us. Keep an eye on your 6 o'clock.
And our 2 o'clock. And our 8.
Liam, please. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Dead
whoa.
asshole.
See, Liam is useful. Look at him. Look at him. He's doing good. He's a very useful and competent fighter when he's leveled up. Now remember, guys, this is a new game plus, so I do have all my skills from my first playthrough, so I'm not doing this blind. I want to make that abundantly clear. If you play this on Insanity mode with a fresh character, may God help you. You will die in 2 shots. Guaranteed. And it's not that the enemy AI is smarter. It's just that they do so much damage. Like, it's ridiculous how much damage they do. And I just stabbed the daylights out of him.
We got them all.
Enemies get hung up on the environment and stuff very easily in this game, but don't underestimate these enemies on insanity mode. Here. But just remember that these enemies are stupid, and as long as you're competent and you realize how to use the game mechanics, you shouldn't have too many problems. And like I said, there is a chance that I might die this playthrough. I mean, I might slip up, especially when dealing with the dinosaurs on that other planet whose name I can't remember. You know, there's some enemies that are just tanky, but hopefully I won't have too much problem. Now, where is this flight recorder thing that they're talking about? Because I'm trying to show everything. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'll beat this 100%. If people request that I do it, I will, but I already beat this 100%, and the thought of playing this for another 50 hours, it doesn't really appeal to me. At all. And the only reason I'm playing this again is because I wasted my money on it, and I want to put it on my main YouTube channel as well. So I forgot about this game, but I was looking through my archive videos of things I've recorded over time. There was a Mass Effect Andromeda video there, and I was just looking at it, and I just was laughing. Now, I might have been high at the time, but I found that cutscene so funny that I said, you know what, I'm in the mood to play something bad, like really bad. So, but not frustrating. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to play Mass Effect Andromeda. Just because I know nobody else is doing it. Nobody's playing this game. Maybe one or two people. But this game has been dead for a while, so I figured, you know, hey, why not just go on Twitch and just goof off a little and kind of do an in-depth analysis of this game, because I think it deserves to be looked at, because it is an anomaly of game design. It's just, this wasn't made by some schmucks. BioWare is one of the best developers of all time, and to see them fall from grace like this is truly a sight to behold. You can only blame EA so much, guys. I mean, EA is trash, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, look at what's happening with Anthem right now. It's a mess. And they gave them a long time to make that game. They had an eternity to make that game.
Anyone there? Cora, we read you. You're alive.
Shuttle repairs are underway, but we're surrounded.
They're not friendly. On our way.
I mean, put yourself in EA shoes for a second. You're paying these people to make a game, and it takes them like 7 years to make the game, and you want to see where all your money's going, and it bombs like this. I mean, EA is trash, but I mean, BioWare has to take their share of the blame too. Now, this is a big fight coming up here, and I'm already almost dead. 2 seconds in. Wow. I can't wait to get my good armor. Because this freaking armor sucks. It's awful. Now, we're fighting with our team, but that doesn't mean anything. Because our teammates are pretty useless.
Doing a good job of it, too! Try to line them up!
I'm on it!
Oh, enemies can throw grenades too. I forgot about that. But I'm not leaving cover. I am not leaving cover. At all. I'm just gonna hang back a little bit.
I got one!
Good job, Doctor. Because on insanity mode, you do want to be a little bit cautious.
What did we ever do to them?
And I love how we're in a dangerous, death-defying fight, and the characters are cracking jokes, like, seriously.
Harry, you guys okay?
Not dead yet!
Since when do rocks float?
Just go with it!
See, they're talking about the geography of the planet in the middle of a death fight against unknown animals. I'm calling them animals, not aliens. I don't know why I did that. But I mean,
man, these guys know how to fight.
They're like just joking around. Like, this is a serious moment in the game.
Ah, damn shrapnel!
Ugh, the writing in this game is so
Damn, they
bad.
rolled it up.
It's just... Oh, God, man. Come on out, little guy. You're just prolonging the inevitable. Thank you, Liam. I should have did more bionic stuff. There we go.
Well, that settled that. Cavalry to the rescue. Nice to see you guys.
You too, Harry. How is everyone?
Still in one piece. You got here just in time.
Where's my dad?
He went scouting ahead while we fixed the shuttle.
Did you see her mouth?
Ryder, there's weapons and ammo at the shuttle. Stock up.
Her mouth was...
These things tried talking to you at all?
Oh, God.
Barely a word. Then started shooting. What about you?
We tried being nice. They didn't play along.
Alright, so we have the M23 Katana X. It's not bad, but it's not my choice. But we do have a shotgun now, which is nice. There's going to be more fighting.
Enemy ship on the way!
Get to cover! Go! Go!
I'm just going to stay right in here. But can she go into cover from here? Pull your weapon out, you stupid fool. Get into cover. Okay, this half of the fight can be a little tough because there's a lot of enemies
They got
here.
balls to try an airdrop.
So I'm just going to be like a little coward and just hide in here because this fight can be pretty overwhelming.
Ha! Lightning's
You're
out
not
the
ready.
shuttle!
I'm still taking hits. So lightning just hit their shuttle, so at least we know that the weather doesn't favor anybody. I don't know if that beast is trying to get in here and can't because he's dumb, but I like that a lot. The cat do have good aim. I'm just going to reveal their name now. Who the heck cares? Down you go, buddy. So this is an extended tutorial section, basically. Look how this idiot just runs right at us, like, come on. If they were smart, they would do that as a unit. Rather than, individually. And then they would easily be able to kill me if they were smarter, is what I'm trying to say. Because if they all just came at me at once, I wouldn't stand a chance. But they're too dumb to do that, which is disappointing. And of course, headshots do more damage.
In this weather?
Guess we got their attention.
Are those dogs? I wish. They've got some weird cloaking ability.
Do they look like dogs? What a... Oh my god, the dialogue. Look, guys, I'm sorry. I hate to keep harping on the dialogue, but I haven't played this in a while, and I forgot how bad the dialogue is. They just did a roll call, even though...
I can't get a beat on those things!
Even though everybody can see each other, so that's good. Alright, here we go.
Too many of them! Just keep firing, we can do this!
Come on! Who is shooting me, dude? Let's go. I wish I could run up with my shotgun. I was doing that when I played this on normal mode. I never played this on easy mode because this game isn't that hard in the first place, but it can be tricky. But another headshot. Beautiful. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Liam's down. And I almost died again. Yeah, I just said that, lady. See, now we have the heavy gunner type enemy, or whatever. And they can kind of be a problem. I can't rescue Liam, though. I can't leave cover. It's too dangerous right now. See, the battles can be fun. Like, I'm having a good time. This is good. So I guess if you're in a moderate battle system, this is the game. I'm just playing. Don't buy this game if you have to. Don't waste your money. Just Just watch me suffer through it. Don't torture yourself or waste your hard-earned money on something that was rushed. I got this game when it came out. I pre-ordered this game because I'm just a Mass Effect fanboy. I didn't think. I figured they wouldn't mess up Mass Effect. I mean, this is like one of their flagship franchises. Okay, this is taking too long. Like, seriously, let's go. Like, come on, guys. Let's cut the crap. I have had instances where the enemies hit me through cover as well, which was obviously unfair. So just keep going for those headshots. And down he goes. Alright. Fortunately, the enemies stand around and let you shoot them because I guess they like the feeling of the bullets or something. I don't know. I'm running low on ammo. I'm gonna have to restock. Where is Liam? Get your stupid butt up, boy. What you doing? I love how he just did like a Michael Jackson shuffle before he got up. Really nice. We still got 4 enemies. And Liam's down again? What? How? Oh crap. They do the typical enemy thing. You see this in Uncharted and other games like where you're in a lot of combat. Well, they'll throw grenades to try to get you out of cover. It's a pretty basic thing. I'm kind of tired of seeing this trope. I don't know why I wasn't shooting from cover. Here we go again. Making you move out of cover. But they don't use it effectively. Like, they throw a grenade, then everybody should pile up on you. But they're not smart enough to do that. Get up, Liam, you idiot. I almost died trying to save his dumb butt. And he's still down. How is he still down? You know what? Forget it. Let's just... This game is broken and stupid. I mean, let's just face the facts, folks. It's glitchy as hell. This battle's going on way too long, but on Insanity mode, battles tend to drag a little. And I completely missed it. Down, boy. Okay, we only got one more here. Where is he? I'm just gonna go stab him. There we go.
Liam, enough.
Right. It's just these assholes killed Kirkland.
I hear you, but this isn't the time to lose our cool.
Now I feel better.
Liam is like a baby.
Fisher's wounded, but sitting tight. Greer's with him, though our shuttle's in pieces.
Guys.
She's been hit.
Oh no, this character I don't care about is hurt. Oh no.
I didn't know you were biotic.
Don't worry, it's not contagious.
Before they attacked, I managed to fix our comms.
You're a lifesaver. Now just take it easy.
Sam, are you there?
QEC link established. Affirmative, Sarah. The Pathfinder needs to speak with you.
Good to see you in one piece. What's our status?
Liam and I are with Cora.
We have wounded crew. The good news is our shuttle's been repaired. We can get back to the Ark.
Not with these storms. It's too risky to fly.
Our wounded can't wait much longer. Do you have something in mind?
If the storm is the problem, then let's solve the problem.
We're talking about weather.
And I have an idea about that. Rendezvous with my coordinates will... Damn, they spotted me.
Sir? Sir! Can you two manage alone?
I can keep her stable. For a while.
Let's move.
See, the thing this game does really bad is it puts characters you don't care about in danger. Does anybody remember these two characters? I think one of them is the doctor. He's okay. But
Sam, do you have the
you have no
Pathfinder's position?
connection.
Marking the nav point on your map.
Doesn't look far. Let's
One
make
of
this
the
quick.
One of the
We have to
basics
get there
of
before the storm
storytelling.
hits. No detours.
What was my dad scouting for?
He was trying to get readings on that tower.
Well, the map puts him near it.
Exercise caution. The storm front is already gaining intensity.
Okay,
Nice
yeah.
to have you back, Sam. How about some good news next time?
Okay, so anyway, one of the basics of good storytelling is developing
Ryder, your dad was in
characters.
trouble. We have to find him.
If you are watching a movie and some guy walks down the street,
Right now.
right? You're watching a movie, it just started. Some guy walks down the street and immediately gets shot to death. Will you care? Of course not. It'll intrigue you, sure. But you have no connection to this character. You just saw him for 5 seconds. And let's just say they wanted you to have an emotional moment. How can you have an emotional moment with a character you know nothing about? And that is a big problem in this game. You will not care about half these characters. You won't remember half of their names. So if they die or something or have an emotional moment, you won't care. And that
Sam's
is
right.
just not
We
good.
don't have much time.
That is not a good thing.
Look, the rods. They're drawing the lightning away.
Like in the original Mass Effect trilogy, everything every character did had an impact on me. I don't care if it was an NPC. I don't care if it was a main character.
Didn't do this. Incendiary rounds. My dad's been busy.
I
He was an
felt
incest.
everything.
They don't mess around.
Like that game nearly brought me to tears sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not ashamed to
Somebody
admit
was
that.
pretty clever with these rods.
Only
But
way
this
to
game
survive
brings
here.
me to tears for different reasons.
If you count shooting on sight.
I just got zapped. Awesome.
Close. The nav point shows my dad's up there.
Alright, here we go.
Sir.
Stay low.
Boy, these things look like cauliflower on mold and crack.
Visitors, just like us. I don't think they're native to the planet.
They're not. We found an abandoned lab, like they've been studying the place.
Good work. You actually did some scouting.
Now this line doesn't happen if you didn't find that secret little base. This is one of the few times in the game where exploring actually means something.
Wouldn't be much of a recon specialist if I didn't.
Well, you're off to a good start.
Baptism by fire.
Sir, you said you had an idea about the weather?
It's the dark energy cloud the Hyperion hit. It's affecting the whole planet. Interfering with that.
The tower is caught in a feedback loop, the cloud. Together they're disrupting the entire climate with undirected energy.
It would explain a cave we found. Plant life sheltered from the storm. From that tower.
It's a good bet. And I think if we can get in there and shut the tower down,
the lightning goes away.
And the shuttle can get us out of here, in theory. We just have to get past them.
How does he know that? This is one of the things that bothered me when I first played this game. He literally just pulled this out of his butt. There's no way that he could know that shutting down the tower would stop the lightning. They just make this crap up as they go. It's so bad, guys. I can't stress this enough, and that's why I wanted to really dissect this game, because it's like they just didn't know what to do, so they just conveniently place things. Like, these characters know things. They're in a different universe, a different galaxy or whatever. They're on a planet that they don't understand. So how could they ascertain that they were supposed to destroy this tower and it will somehow make the lightning go away? How could they know that? The answer, they couldn't. It's a theory. but it's so far-fetched.
We're banking on science we don't really understand. What if the theory's wrong?
Exactly.
The alternative is an 85% chance of death from lightning strike, capture, or worse.
Well, when you put it that way.
No illusions about this.
I guess they really didn't have much of a choice, but still.
Beats getting fried by lightning, but we risk turning a skirmish with these guys into something worse.
It's them or us.
Oh, it's them. Problem is, we're outnumbered.
I've been working on that. We just need to change the math.
I don't know how he figured that out, but whatever. Moving on. It's not the worst plot hole, though. And it's passable. I mean, it bothers me, but it's not a game breaker for me. Sometimes when you're writing a story, sometimes you need a little. But they do it a lot in this game. If this was like the only time, I wouldn't care. But they conveniently do stuff in this game so much, and I know he's the Pathfinder, he's supposed to be this great leader, and he's supposed to know what to do, but this is just pushing it, man. But anyway, this is a very dangerous part coming up here.
Sam, load combat profile.
We could try to run past these guys, but on insanity mode, that's dangerous.
Push ahead to the structure.
If this was on any other difficulty, I would just run past these guys, but they might kill me.
Watch the lightning!
Get into that building. We don't want to get bogged down out here.
If I try to run, I'll probably die. They're gonna. I need to take out at least a few of these guys. All right, go, 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 go.
Go, 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 go!
Excuse me, that's my line. Get your own material, dude.
They're coming out of the woodwork.
Uh-oh. This is what I'm talking about. See?
Keep things tight, don't get separated.
Dangerous. I think it's better to stab enemies sometimes, I swear.
Get moving.
Did I just stab his head off? Because that would be awesome. Okay, let me heal up. Alright, so that wasn't as bad as I thought, but you still have to be careful in insanity mode. You never know. This game can be surprisingly difficult if you rush ahead and don't think. It's not a tactical game, but still, you want to use a degree of common sense. And Cora, oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Where's my shotgun? That freak. Okay, so she's switching to the same weapon. I don't know if that's a glitch or not, but we'll be taking care of this problem soon.
Sam, biotic amp interface mode.
They give you plenty of healing stations here in this fight, though, which is good. That's one of the few times I've ever seen the cover system actually look cool like that. The way she flipped over that barricade to avoid the grenade's damage, that was pretty badass. But you don't see that too often. It was a complete mistake. And
let's get inside there.
Your AI partners are competent fighters, though. They're not all completely useless idiots. Like, your partner sometimes can really help you in fights. Which is surprising. I didn't remember that. I remember them being useless. I mean, they're taking care of business here. And I can appreciate that. And Cora will keep you safe. But also, guys, I want you to remember, all my party members are leveled up. And they have their maximum skills from the start of the game. So if you start a new game on this difficulty, your characters will not be this proficient. I'm telling you, if you start this game on insanity mode and your characters are not leveled up, it will not go this smooth. I'm telling you. Your characters will not be useful at all. They will die. And you will probably die unless you're really good at this game. Or games like this, I should say. And I just shattered him. That was cool. I'm easily impressed, apparently. I'll grab anything that looks halfway decent in this game and just go with it. Thank you, Cora. Okay, I think we're supposed to be going up here. It's been a minute since I played this, so bear with me. Just gotta remember what to do. I think he went up here. No, he did not. Okay, so I'm just gonna go forward then. I do remember there was a part where you climb up something, but maybe.
Sam, give me engineer profile.
I could be remembering this all wrong. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! I just fell off the planet. Good thing I didn't you don't automatically die if you fall off the planet. Thank God. That would have been my first game over. This early in the game, that would have been really embarrassing. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Okay, well, hey, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna go forward. Her father is up, though. Yeah, he's up. Oh, he's up there. Okay, okay. Got you. All right. Yeah, this is where I wanted to go here. Up on this bridge, because you get much better ground if you're here. Okay. Like you get much better positioning from an elevated angle, which is nice. So it's easier to shoot these idiots. Get extra experience points for that, but my character's already level 61, so I don't ever need to level up in this game ever.
We're almost there. This looks like a control center. Keep him off my back.
You heard him.
It's time for the obligatory defend the position mission.
Not over yet. I need to get through that door over there.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a heavy guy. I didn't realize that was a heavy. Almost died again for the 800th time. We need to get rid of this guy immediately. Good job, Cora. Did she kill that thing? Wow. I am impressed.
What now?
I need to decipher the language.
Oh, excuse me.
There's more coming up.
What's the plan here? They'll surround us in no time.
We need to defend both sides or they'll flank us.
Where do you want us?
Alright, so we're gonna put him here. Now, sometimes your character will stay in cover or do what you tell them to do, but most times your character, your AI-controlled character, I mean.
Watch it! Think I see movement!
Will do whatever they want. Like, you'll tell them to go to a piece of cover, you'll tell them to attack a certain enemy. They'll do it for 5 seconds, and then they'll just go back to doing whatever they want. So, don't depend on the system of moving your characters around to survive in battle. Because sometimes they'll do what they're supposed to, but sometimes they won't. So depend on yourself in this game.
Analyzing possible inputs. 25% decrypted.
Hurry, we don't have long.
Hold both sides. Can't let them slip through.
Is there something next to me? Oh, you stupid. Stab you to death, boy.
I don't know, but they sure want it back.
I told Cora to stay over there, and she came over here, and now Liam's over here. They do whatever they feel like doing.
I will need a moment to evaluate the pattern.
We only have a moment. Do it.
And I completely missed that. And I'm about to die. Because Ryder missed the stupid.
Maybe because I shot him in the face.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the worst lines in the history of video games.
Sir, any progress?
Decryption is 75% complete.
And this battle's just gone haywire because Ryder missed that freaking Omni-Tool slash.
Just a little longer.
But this is kind of fun. I like the challenge.
Could be regrouping for another push. Stay sharp.
But yeah, Liam said, I think I pissed that guy off, probably because I shot him in the face. It's one of the worst lines in video game history. It is so cringeworthy that it might give you diabetes.
I need to take a look at it.
And then once this is over, the enemies just run away for no reason. They just go away. Just gone. It's like they know that.
I need your help over here.
They know that this section is over, so they all just disappear.
On it.
All right, here we go. But yeah, seriously, like, girl, what are you doing? Open the door.
Ryder, get over here. That's an order.
Goofball. But yeah, like, your characters do what they want, and it is what it is.
Put your back into it.
You really think we can shut this thing down?
I don't know yet. Sam's decoded part of the language. Now we'll see if I can have a conversation.
Who do you plan on talking to?
More like what? I think it's automated. Come on. These are the moments that make it all worthwhile.
Take off that N7 armor, you hack.
Sam, begin translating.
A moment. Indexing. Translation complete.
Let's see what we have.
Get used to seeing Ryder look confused. That's her default face. Oh, he's trying to talk to the Illuminati, apparently. How did he know to do this? How did he know he could do this? Ugh, I'll be here all day. Just whatever. Let's just go with it. What else can we do?
I'll be damned. It's working. We did it.
There's hope at least.
Oh, man.
That's all anyone back on the Ark is looking for. Hope it'll work out.
Well, not if we stand around looking at sunsets. Let's get back to the shuttle and... Repeat, we need an emergency extraction now.
They're spinning up the shuttle. ETA is 3, maybe 4 minutes.
We don't have that long. Deep breath.
What are you...
Initiating transfer.
Now this is where things get really stupid. So I'm gonna go on a tangent here. I'm warning you now.
Move! She's going into cardiac arrest.
Pulse is weakening. Tell the Ark to prep medbay. Come on! Pulse dropping. We're losing.
It's a seizure. Her brain can't handle the connection. Get her to Sam node. Sam, what's the reading?
Ryder's implant is overloading. I suggest a hardwire connection.
Do it.
There!
Welcome back, Sarah.
Perfect timing. Had to step out for a second.
What happened?
You were clinically dead for 22 seconds.
Alright, so there's several things wrong here, but I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm just going to let the game do its thing for now.
Then how did I make it out?
Hey, you're still with us. Guys, get to Sam Node. Ryder's awake. Who are you talking to?
Sam.
I didn't hear him.
You're up. Look here. And here.
My father. Where?
It was your life or his, and he chose you. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I know this must be a blow.
I can't believe he's gone. One minute, everything was fine, and then...
I know he could be distant, but he once said that when his time came, he wanted to go out among stars no one had seen before.
What are we doing in Sam Node?
Sam is now part of you, in a way we don't entirely understand. It played havoc with your brain.
Sam?
Your father authorized the transfer of Pathfinder authority to you.
Shouldn't that be Cora?
In theory. In reality, you're the new Pathfinder, Sarah.
You can't be serious.
What's the matter? I think you're up for it.
You would, Liam, because you're a freaking idiot. This girl looks like she just got out of high school. She doesn't even look like she's old enough to vote. Get out of here, dude.
It still goes against protocol. Cora, are you really okay with this?
I won't stand in the way of your dad's decision.
It's all academic anyway. Sam's linked to your mind on a deeper level now. Trying to untangle it could kill you.
I know this is tough, but we need to start thinking about the next step. A lot of people are counting on us.
Is the Ark still drifting?
That's the thing. Whatever your dad did with that tower, it saved the day. Some sort of atmosphere scrubber.
The energy cloud thinned out. We're on our way to the rally point now. Should be at the Nexus soon.
She needs to rest first.
She has 2 hours. We'll need our Pathfinder for this.
You'd be better off with Big Bird from Sesame Street.
Oh, I checked on your brother. Still no change. But if you can pull through, so can he. A bit of your dad in both of you.
Thanks, Liam. Now go away.
Your father will be missed.
What's going on, Sam?
This is our private channel. I shared it with him.
So first of all, her father didn't need to die. All he had to do was do the buddy system. Take his helmet off, give her the helmet for at least a minute, take the helmet off her, and then put the helmet on his head for about a minute. Then switch. It wouldn't have taken them long to find them. He only would have had to do it for maybe 7 or 8 minutes. So he didn't have to die. Second of all, he was in panic mode and he gave his daughter Sam Node. It was supposed to be Cora. She trained to be the next Pathfinder in case something happened to Alec. But instead of doing that, he gives his inexperienced, high school looking daughter the complete power of Pathfinder. So she is literally thrust into a position that she's not ready for, that she is underqualified for, and throughout the game you will see that she has no damn idea what she's doing the whole game. Think of Commander Shepard. He felt like a leader, like I said before. I loved role-playing as him. I felt like I was in a crisis situation, especially in the second game, with the war against the Reapers and the Collectors coming to a head, and the suicide mission, and 3 was just enthralling, like, until the ending. So, but in this game, I always feel like I'm playing as a baby who's been given a gun and told to go kill things. Like, it's so bad. At no point did I enjoy being Ryder, and all of this could have been avoided. It's so bad, guys. It's so bad. But anyway...
Why did he do it? Why me?
Unknown, but he never acted without reason. Alec wouldn't want us to lose sight of the goal. He said pain emboldens our resolve. He'd insist we grow stronger from his passing.
I mean, and from his perspective, Alec's perspective, giving his daughter this power, he couldn't have thought this was a good idea. Now, if he had died, I don't know if Sam Node would have stayed with him or what, but his decision to do that is stupid. Now, this is the main antagonist of the game, one of the most cliche, uninteresting, boring enemies in the history of video games. When I tell you he hits every cliche on the villain tree, like, if you want to make a stereotypical villain for your story, study this guy. If you want to make an uninteresting, boring bad guy, look no further than the Archon, because he is seriously bad. He looks cool, but he ain't cool, especially when compared to the Reapers and the Elusive Man. This Dingleberry is nothing. And I laughed my butt off when I first saw this cutscene, because I swear it looks like cauliflower somehow merged with an alien species. These guys look awful. I know they're not supposed to be cute, but these guys look like somebody was hopped up on cocaine when they drew these guys. Although the Archon looks cool, though. I like that little halo on his head. It does match his limited personality of thinking he's, you know, the shit. And he's trying to do what the humans did, but he can't because he's a stupid piece of crap. Terrible villain. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So we've got the gist of the story now. We're the Pathfinder. We met the villains. Now we can start this horrible journey.
Ryder, good to see you on your feet. We're at the Nexus. It's the forward hub for the entire Andromeda initiative. The Asari, Solarian, and Turian arcs should be there too.
Let's hope they've had better luck.
Starting our approach now.
It's almost as big as the Citadel back home.
Nexus Control, this is Arc Hyperion, requesting docking clearance.
Don't mention anything from the trilogy.
Captain, I'm only getting their automated approach channel, not a live person.
Well, like it or not, we're here. Take us in.
These character models remind me of like a PS2 game. Seriously, I've seen PS2 games with better facial animations.
Construction should have been finished by now.
Could be worse.
How? Habitat 7's a bust. We might have started a war with the first aliens we met, and our Pathfinder's dead. This better be rock bottom.
Do you see how unemotional her face was? She was supposed to be angry and frustrated, but she looked like she smoked a pound of weed.
All right. I got us here. Good luck, Pathfinder.
I mean, even if you try to immerse yourself in this game's story, the characters' facial animations, and look how Cora just walked. Like she's got a freaking stick up her butt. Ugh. Well, there's nothing interesting on this part of the ship, so let's just go.
You gonna be okay, Ryder?
Captain just called me Pathfinder. This is really happening.
Just take a deep breath.
I still can't believe Dad's dead. This should have been his moment.
But now it's yours. You just need to decide what you're gonna do with it.
Where do I start? I'm just not sure I'm ready.
You're not ready.
Out of the sky on Habitat 7. But we survived that.
Right?
We've got 20,000
So, always keep a jump jet handy.
And we'll need somewhere to put them when the alarm clock goes off.
Look at these idiots.
As soon as we get clearance from the Nexus, we'll
Look at these dead life. The zombies in Resident Evil have more emotion than these people. And they're literally brainless undead ghouls.
Any questions so far?
How do we handle deaths that occurred in transit?
Right. It's an unfortunate fact that not everyone will have survived the voyage. We've already got scattered reports of medical problems from that dark energy cloud we hit. If somebody didn't make it, check with the medical officer. We'll see about notifying their next of kin. I'm hoping it's a rare exception. Also, try to keep it quiet. Andromeda is all about new beginnings, not holding funerals.
I like how he was looking at Sarah the entire time he was talking to this group of people. And what he was saying, you know, a lot of people have already died. But what do you expect when you have an entire thing run by idiots? I mean, come on. Like, they just got here. 600 years, and now they're stuck. And they can't go back. They can't even go back to the Milky Way. So they literally banked on this. These are the epitome of imbeciles. And it only gets worse and worse. Wait till you meet the people on the Nexus.
Some friendly faces this time.
The Nexus runs a support crew, just enough to finish building the station and provide safe harbor for the Arks.
It means we can start waking our people up.
They built a bar, right? Gotta have champagne for the welcome party.
You're expecting one.
After what we've been through, I could use a buzz.
That's the first...
Yeah.
That's one of the few things he says is
so
smart.
far.
We'll bounce back. Real food and a shower are just ahead.
Because I could sure use a drink right now. I feel just as trapped as they do in this freaking galaxy.
Here we are.
I don't see any champagne.
Where is everybody?
Liam, stop talking. I mean, I know I can gob on, but man, this guy...
Well, this can't be right.
I mean, that's my job.
It's like everything's on standby.
If it's a surprise party, they're doing an awfully good job of it.
God. Anyway, so this is the Nexus.
See what the DI has to say.
Isn't it pretty?
Plants are still alive.
Unless it's weed in there, I don't know why that would excite her at all.
It's like they didn't finish building it.
Welcome to the Nexus, gateway to Andromeda. I'm Avina, a virtual intelligence designed to assist you with immigration.
Can you tell us where the welcome party is hiding?
I'm sorry, my code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations. Please select from the following pre-programmed responses.
So they brought back Avina from Mass Effect trilogy, who's basically like a tour guide. Wonderful.
Where do colonists live?
Once you've cleared immigration, our helpful staff will assist you in choosing the home world of your dreams. Will it be the tropical paradise of Habitat 7, the gentle rolling hills of Habitat 3, or perhaps the mysterious twilight world of Habitat 5? Whichever you choose, rest assured our Pathfinders have carefully vetted all colony worlds to ensure your security and prosperity.
Oh boy.
Habitat 7. That's where we landed. She's way out of date.
You're all way out of date.
How does the immigration process work?
We ask that you submit to a brief medical exam to ensure your health and well-being after making such a long journey. Once you've been cleared, our colonization experts will assist you in finding your new home. Please be mindful of the queue. Thousands of eager colonists like you are waiting to begin their new life in Andromeda.
Where? Place is deserted.
What can you tell me about the Andromeda galaxy?
Here in Andromeda, you are over 2 million light-years away from the Milky Way galaxy. This is the furthest any life form has ever traveled outside our home system, making you a brave pioneer indeed. The Nexus itself is located in a region known as the Helios Cluster. Here, you and thousands of your fellow colonists will fulfill your dreams of settling a new home. Fortune awaits.
What is the Nexus?
The Nexus serves as the central hub for the Andromeda Initiative's colonization efforts. It is the first destination for all colonists upon their arrival in the new galaxy. Please enjoy the many venues the Nexus has to offer. As the station expands, it will one day serve as the seat of government for Milky Way colonists. Providing a safe, stable, and prosperous environment is our primary goal.
Not from the looks of it.
So they're gonna come to a galaxy and just make themselves the government. Humanity, I swear. How do they know there's not other aliens here that already have a government? They came in here with the intention of taking over. Like, they have no idea who lives here.
What year is it?
The current year is 2819. After spending over 600 years in stasis, it's normal to feel disoriented or confused upon arrival. Our helpful medical staff can assist with any physical or psychological after effects you may be experiencing.
Well, she's got the date right, at least.
So where is everyone? That's all.
It has been my pleasure. Please see one of our helpful immigration staff for further assistance. And welcome to your new home in Andromeda, where the brightest star is you. Current wait time for immigration processing is unknown error.
Right. That was helpful.
This whole game's an unknown error. Alright. When that glows on top of your screen, it means there's something to scan nearby. Liam just said hello. Oh, I hate him.
This place should be packed with people.
Well, there's one douchebag over here. I don't need to really scan stuff. I don't know why I keep doing that. Was that like...
There's a guy. Maybe he's got champagne.
Liam, I'm gonna shoot you in the freaking Adam's apple.
Hi there. We're from Ark Hyperion.
Is that Macaulay
and
Culkin?
Wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you?
Did you say an Ark?
Yeah, we just got in.
And for what it's worth, your VI over there could use an update.
But we thought you were all dead.
What?
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or... But you're here. You have no idea how much this means.
I don't believe it.
Thank God.
I'm Kieran Candros. I lead our militia on the Nexus.
I'm Sarah Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Our sensors told us an Ark had arrived, but Helios is notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were just another malfunction.
This is one of the few characters in this game that I like, and he gets very little screen time. Candros is awesome. He's no Garrus, but, I mean, who could ever be Garrus? I mean, he's just so awesome. But Candros is pretty cool character, but unfortunately he doesn't join your party or anything, which is a travesty. The few good characters that are in this game are only in this game for a little bit, and then they just kind of do their own thing. For shame.
But aren't you expecting us?
You're the first Ark we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year?
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center.
Move, Cora.
Everything that could go wrong with our plan has. We arrived 14 months ago. Right away, we hit a band of dark energy that knocked us off course.
We're familiar with it.
Then you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost whole sections of the station. A lot of people died. No power, no food. The chaos went on for months. It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we called them.
Are things back to normal?
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
what's with those animations
No
where they
word from the
constantly
other
check their
Pathfinders?
No word from
Omni-tool
anyone, period.
thing.
Any
think
threats
that's
from the
what
locals? So far, we've stayed hidden. We're in no shape to deal with an attack.
We had a first contact situation on Habitat 7. Whole thing went south. They tried to kill us.
That wasn't first contact. We know about them. Those aliens are going to be a real problem.
This day just keeps getting...
We're here.
You guys go ahead. I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true? They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an Ark to finally show up.
Docking procedures are green across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good luck.
Yeah, we're gonna need it.
I'm
Bye,
Jaren
cool
Tan,
character.
director of the initiative. You have no idea how much your arrival means to us.
Yes, this is the voice they decided to use for this Dr. Tan. Or Director Tan, I'm sorry. This game I think is frying my brain cells. Of all the voices they could have picked, they went with... This guy kind of sounds like he has asthma, but he doesn't know it, and he keeps trying to hike, and then, like, they give him, like, a really gay lisp. I got nothing against gay people, but this guy's voice is, like, horrifyingly bad.
Not as much as it means to us. We had one hell of a time getting here. Nice to see some friendly faces.
Hungry faces. Any supplies you can spare would be appreciated.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs. Where's the Pathfinder?
You're looking at her.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead. Please understand, the entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other arcs.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
I don't even think she's hit puberty yet. Oh no, she's got tits, never mind.
My dad knew what it meant to be Pathfinder. He wouldn't pick me if he thought I wasn't.
Your father won't be around to fix things if you fail.
That's no way to treat a guest.
Ah!
I'm Nak Morkesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they haven't scared you off already.
It's nothing personal, but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Welcome to the Nexus.
Okay, so a lot of people gave this Krogan a hard time because they didn't realize it's female. Female Krogan are like the holy grail of the Krogan race thanks to the genophage, right? So they needed a female Krogan here to keep the species going, so it makes sense that she'd be here, but still. I'm not even going to get into that. Let's just go.
Thank you for standing up for me there.
Hope's in short supply here. What little we can find should have a chance.
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something. An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
And when the power runs out?
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
So as you can see, the people in the Nexus are just as dumb as everybody else. And there's a couple missions here that I don't really need to do because I'm already leveled up. Now this is a beautiful shot here. Look at, see, like I said, the environments in this game don't look bad. I mean, that's impressive. One of the first things that I saw in Mass Effect that I really enjoyed was in Mass Effect 1 when you went to the Citadel and you go down into near not Chorus Den. What was that other, the place you could gamble? I can't remember what it was called. But there's a beautiful shot of the entire Citadel city which you couldn't explore, which really irked my nerves. And it was such a beautiful shot, even though it's aged kind of bad now, but back when I first saw it, it impressed me. This kind of reminds me of that a little tiny incy wincy bit, which is not a bad thing. And for some reason, every person in this game has a hunchback. As you can see, this Turian is obviously on a computer that is way too small for the Turian. So they have to bend over for countless hours like this, which is terrible for the back. I hope Turians are designed for that, because if that was a human, that would hurt a lot. And she's just waving around a thing and pressing buttons, making it seem like she's doing something. She's doing the same.
More power relays. Excellent. What? Girl Scout cookies. Hyperion's inventory lists Galactic Scout cookies.
Wait, really? Seriously? I want those.
You'll have to fight Kesh for the galaxy swirls.
I don't care. It'll be worth it.
I think a Krogan would crush a Solarian in 5 seconds. I'm just taking a look at these NPCs because they're supposed to be better with the latest patch. There's no more patches for this game though, so what you see is what you get. You have to wait for modders on the PC, I guess. Oh, sorry, I hit the microphone there. Her hair is cool. I like her hair, actually. So let's talk to this unpleasant human being to hear one of the greatest lines in human history.
Damn it.
All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
Okay, so in the original Mass Effect Andromeda, before the patch, when she said the line, "My face is tired," her face literally looked tired. When I say she had no emotion, and I'm starting to regret playing this version of the game, I should have played the original Mass Effect Andromeda, because they actually did kind of fix the facial animations. I mean, they're still horrible, but they're not as bad as they were. But man, it's still bad.
I don't want to get into it. Things went wrong. And now I'm the one you have to deal with.
Alec Ryder wouldn't accept that kind of ultimatum. Damned if I will. We'd never have left home if we... Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
There's also this strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced, but it was plug and go. The tech here thinks different? I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
You've had no colony successes in over a year? How many tries is that?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus as Citadel. Not headed by Tan. or even me.
Why is she so off-center from the camera? Anyway.
How do you fit into the Nexus leadership?
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts is currently less than ideal, my influence is limited. As Tan is quick to remind me. Left a perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. Only a new galaxy could pull me away. And here we are, idling.
She idles a lot.
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Were you friends, or...?
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title. But no one's a pathfinder until they've path-found something. Much like a colonial director without colonies.
This lady's so unpleasant. Can you imagine someone who actually talked like this in real life? Nobody talks like this. Ugh, this is the kind of person you just want to kick in the throat.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aliens. We can't have been that naive.
We expect
you guys
blight,
are stupid.
Not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack. They disinfect. We're nothing until we're bacteria. Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to poetry. That's how bad it is. Not sure who started it, but we're calling them Ket. Kandros will know more. Maybe too much.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly civilian initiative. We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it. Ugh, goddamn poetry.
That is not poetry. You ain't no Bob Dylan.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Ryder?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed
personal
the initiative,
space,
we might as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
Oh, I will. What? Level up? I leveled up? I did level up. Oh. I don't... Oh, okay. I got all the combat. I don't have any of the biotics, which is stupid on my part. Let's see. Improves the effectiveness, tech powers, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Assault turrets. Cryo beam. Super cool particles that freeze targets. Combo detonations. Freezing disables armored enemies. Energy drain. Restores shields by sapping electromagnetic around target. Causes bonus damage to shields and synthetic enemies and detonates cryomed enemies' attacks. Jeez, I didn't expect to level up so early. I might want to invest in some biotics, though. They can be quite useful, but I didn't want to make a biotic character. So I think I'll just stick with tech, and, let's see, offensive tech, and maximum effective tech powers to specialize Omni-Tool software. Increase defense support for a whole squad through Connect Bear Generator. The hard suit enhancements, team support. Let me see here. You know what? Screw it. I'll just get this. It doesn't really matter. I have a ton of points anyway. So I'm just going to put about that much in there. And cryo beam sounds kind of interesting. And that'll be that. I probably won't even use a lot of these. Let's see. Assign the cryo beam. Let's see. I got energy drain, barricade, and incinerate. Let's see here. Wonderful. Alright. And I got barricade, corrosive shot, which is very, very useful. I'm going to grab that because I want maxed out skills mostly. So that'll work. Sorry about the scratching, these headphones. Since I am playing this on insanity mode, I do need to be cautious about what I pick, but I pretty much have the character I want in terms of battle. But it couldn't hurt to learn some new tricks, you know? I hate this kind of drama. Let's talk to this effeminate Krogan.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8?
Tan. Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda initiative. I like to remind him of that now and then. Keep him humble.
Yeah, so many of the leaders of the Nexus died, or the initiative died, that literally the 8th person in command is now in charge. That's how bad this is.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Situation's gone to shit pretty much sums it up. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, was killed.
That's right. The person who funded this whole thing died. And wait till you find out what happened to her, because it's the only intriguing thing in this game. There are subtle things that interest me about this game, but I'm afraid there'll never be a sequel, so we'll never get answers to those questions, but more on that way later in the game. But it's not what you see, it's what you don't see that is the only barely interesting thing about this game.
What happened to Gian Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
Alright, that's enough of that. Let's talk about the genophage.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them, either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
Alright.
Nothing more for now.
Later.
Peace and Afro Grease, you despicable lizard. So, I like the Krogan, but there is no... what was his name? Rex. There's no Grunt. No interesting Krogan. In fact, they kind of butchered the Krogan. What is he doing? What are you doing? Ugh, let me talk to the one character that doesn't make me want to gouge my ears out.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket.
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know. Then my sister became a sculptor and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that I stayed in service. But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
So stupid, you mean?
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to war in the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
Yeah, well, Ryder didn't rise to the top at all. She was just thrust into a position that she doesn't deserve or is qualified for.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
Yeah, and the arcs, that's something else that was completely just not good.
It's rough out there. I might need backup if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. In fact, I could give you authority to dispatch them. It'll cut down their response time.
Thank you.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
I heard this game. I did play a little of this game's multiplayer, and it was okay. I mean, it's your typical multiplayer. It wasn't exceptional. It wasn't bad. It was just average.
This console reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder. Please speak with Tyrion Kandros for authorization to participate.
So I think this has something to do with that. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember.
That's the console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex, combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
I'll deploy your people carefully, Kandros.
Appreciate that, Ryder. But trust me, Apex can handle themselves. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
Alright. This is our first little side mission here. Most of the side missions in this game mean nothing except for getting experience points, and of course Liam is talking to this strange looking woman who looks like, well, I don't know, she ain't that bad compared to some of the other characters. The default Ryder was completely hideous though. Oh god, I tried to play a game with her and I think I threw up so many times that I had to go like replenish my fluids in my stomach because like she's so ugly.
Pathfinder, no time for our beer yet. This place is a
You
mess.
said champagne, you
Security
dick.
is it? Let's call it strained.
I can believe it. Nexus is running on empty.
Not just that. A lot of the exiles were security. Everyone was trained and armed for Frontier. We know Ket are dangerous, and now we have to worry about our people too. No idea where they went, but they left mad.
They were frustrated. If they just wanted to kill, they could have fought to the last here.
Apparently we're the big hope for everyone. Not the Hyperion showing. Just us. I'm with you. It's just... a lot.
As long as the Nexus is here, as long as we're here, we have a job to do.
Double down crisis mode. I can do that. We can do that. Ready and willing, Pathfinder.
Don't be a ass-kisser, you stupid idiot.
It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have... There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Aww, why can't I find a nice woman like that, you know, who doesn't look like a lizard like this one? Alright, so that's our first kind of little side mission here, and I'm just going to scoop up a bunch of missions before we go talk to Tan and get on the fake Normandy.
I still reckon they had breather gear stowed in that armor.
Perhaps both. Life is infinitely adaptable, as our expedition proves.
You'll see a lot of NPCs stand in one place, and they will take off at full speed because they're out of position. That is not supposed to happen. So throughout the game, you'll see a person like stand, and as soon as you get in the vicinity, they will jet, and then they'll stand, and then they'll start doing the animations they're supposed to do. My God, BioWare, how did you drop the ball so hard?
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr...
Why does she always look like she's high?
My colleagues and I will
Maybe
work
she
with your
is.
Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
Maybe we should just pretend like Ryder just smokes weed all the time.
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop. Or lab. You know.
You are always welcome.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Ugh, Solarians are so smart. We get it. And they really shouldn't zoom in on the characters' faces so much because, yikes.
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
No kidding.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Your work is important. Don't lose sight of that. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know.
Why do Asari have big butts like... I know why. They're supposed to be like the sexy nerd fantasy, you know, alien race. So I guess they're supposed to have those big boobs and butts and stuff.
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Sounds useless. Alright, let's go. Okay, we talked to the scientist. I'm just gotta remember what to do here. Alright, we're gonna talk to Nilken. So when we go to the first or the second planet of this game, we can do that mission, or at least be close to it. And there are shops in this game, but most of this crap I won't need anyway. Because I already have some decent armor. I don't know if I have the best armor in the game, but it's certainly not the worst armor in the game. I love this guy's line here.
Weapons and stuff. I got you covered. Use the console to take a look through what I got. It'd be a lot easier if I weren't missing half my stock.
Weapons and stuff. Just imagine you go to Home Depot. You go talk to a clerk and they say, tools and stuff. What can I get you? Or go to Walmart. Food and stuff. What can I get you? Whoever wrote this script should never write scripts again. And I already know who wrote the scripts, but I'm not trying to make fun of people or get in trouble, because Twitch likes to ban people for saying anything, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Ouch. Why am I paying for these?
Half the supplies are inaccessible, what with how we crash landed and all. And I have to trade with the crooks out there for the rest, so...
How is he trading with the crooks and not getting caught? Sneaky.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't against the law.
There's more. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them, but I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
So even if you accidentally kill someone, that is called involuntary manslaughter, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a cop. Even if you accidentally strangle somebody because you had a fit of rage, or you shoot them because you waved a gun at them, I think you still go to jail for that. I'm pretty sure.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
Doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying.
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Alright, so she's going to look into this. There's a lot of little quests in this game because this is an RPG. Believe it or not.
The Nexus versus Colonist Milken, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to... No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Oh, jeez. You know, like in the original Mass Effect trilogy, even the side missions, with the exception of Mass Effect 1, most of those side missions were pretty silly. But even so, in this one, they're completely pointless. But they did try to add some plot twist to some of them. Some thought went into some of them, but
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
I thought I didn't measure up as Pathfinder.
Director Addison keeps her own counsel. I keep mine.
And when you disagree?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the Golden Worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable, so how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
Yeah,
and if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
The way I see it, you need me. If I pull this off, maybe you'll look like the leader you pretend to be.
But first, you have to succeed at being the Pathfinder you pretend to be.
Where's my ship?
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam load on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No. I'm fine.
So, yeah, there's a lot of tension. This is one of the few moments in this game where there's legit tension between these two. Obviously, they don't like each other. And when you pick that dialogue option, Ryder really lets him have it for some reason. And he retorts back. Probably because of the welcome, but the thing about this is that's kind of strange is Tan did not give her a hard time when she first came in. It was Addison who gave her a hard time. So she should be mean to her, not him. Even though this guy is a complete douchebag, he didn't really do anything to her, so I don't know why she's so upset at him for it, and I think I just trapped myself in here. Oh, that was close. No more exploring for me. But still, at least there's a little bit of tension. That looks like it hurt.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good. Sorry. Understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Did you talk to security about this?
How can I? For all I know, someone in security is the one doing this. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny. Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that'd really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
So these two side missions are some of the only ones you can do at the beginning, I think. I'm not entirely sure about that. But if you want to do them, you just got to start scanning these vents, and eventually you'll find the person responsible or whatever. And then you just got to kind of follow
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the Saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
So basically you just got to follow this and just scan all the random crap. There's another board here too. I don't know how they got this bad boy
I'm
in here.
Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. It's through your hard work that the vision of the Nexus has come to life. You and all your colleagues bind our proud new colonies together. Look around at your achievements. And if you have any questions, my door is always open.
Founder Garson's office is located at Workspace Not Allocated. Please select a topic.
Cause she dead.
You are Sarah Ryder, salary code 19B, active Pathfinder. Your supervisor is Director Tan. Based on current staffing needs, you will be eligible for paid vacation time in 587 days.
Seriously?
Why not plan on which beautiful colony you'll vacation on while you wait?
Oh, that's dumb. There is no vacation. You came to a new galaxy. You expected to just build a freaking city and just... You know how long it took for humanity to make the world we have today? Centuries. Centuries to build these cities. I mean, come on, let's be realistic here.
For initiative strategy and Pathfinder coordination, please see Director Jaren Tan. For colonial affairs or outpost status, please see Director Foster Addison. For station maintenance, please contact Superintendent Nakmor Kesh. For militia operations or Apex deployment, please see Tyran Kandros.
So we've already talked to all the HNICs. What does that stand for? I can't say it on Twitch, sorry.
Integration from the Hyperion is ongoing. Personnel are still restricted to operations.
Okay. That's enough of that. Nothing really interesting. The viability, though, if you beat this game 100% like I stupidly did my first time playing it, you do get a bonus ending, but it's really not that impressive and not really worth the time unless you're a trophy hunter, I suppose. But anyway, the next panel is, I think... God, it's been a minute, guys. I never intended on playing this game again, to be honest with you. I think it's actually over here. Somewhere. I used to know this stuff like the back of my hand. Like, I used to know right where this crap was. Maybe it's up here. Plus, we have to talk to this lady about the Milk and Rinses, because I do want to level up again. It would be nice to level up again.
Docking clamps. Fully active and engaged. Docking hatch integrity. 100%
This is it.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Alright,
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Sarah Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the Chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Did you see any Ket in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
So in other words, she's not a viable witness.
Did Nilkin seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilkin in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilkin threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Okay.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Okay. So they don't even have a body to do a proper autopsy, so, you know. As usual, these idiots can't handle anything without messing it up. This is truly the stupidest group of idiots in any video game ever.
Ryder, you may have a less than flattering view of me, but I want to express my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Any idea where they went?
Nothing certain, but tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
I'm looking into the Nilkin-Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to Eos and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
I'm hoping it proves something else happened.
This case has been a political nightmare. With all we've been through, the people need stability. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Alright, so that gets that started.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here, or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
Idiots can't get along. Yeah, you could have kept your dumb butts in the Milky Way.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Gian Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
So he's basically a banker.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry.
Oh, please.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before.
Whoa!
We've all left home in search of
really
freedom,
loud.
fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer.
The stupidest,
I
you
hope
mean.
the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
Ugh, for goodness sake.
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Jean Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth. Wealthy. Young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
Who funded this? There's rumors that it was the Elusive Man, but that's complete nonsense. But I'm not going to get into that yet.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons, one for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness. Finding the thing that eludes them, the thing to fulfill them. While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species.
Oh good, we got another
Long ago, they
racist,
waged
just like
nuclear
Ashley.
war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
Alright, oh wait, the missing arcs.
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Yeah, and this is a big thing, but you only find so many of these things, and it's just kind of convoluted.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave, but before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
If they're smart, they'll stay far away from this mess.
Sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Jean Garson, is dead.
Terrible.
How did Jean Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership, when the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Jean Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Damn, life's a bitch.
Kandros mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
And there'll be more on that, because there is a huge discrepancy with the exiles that just irks my nerves, but more on that later.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. Their muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. That was actually funny.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course, as you pointed out. We need each other. Our futures depend on each other's success.
Dan's not a bad guy, but he's just power hungry. That's all. All right. So anyway, now that we've got all this dialogue, sorry, I know this is a very boring part of the game, but it's an RPG. There's a lot of dialogue. Is this the one we're supposed to go to next, or is it the one down here? And then we got to speak to Sam, and we're almost done here because I got to get to work soon anyway. And you can't even talk to her again, and she just goes into this. They gave all the NPCs the same animation just looking at this thing. I guess there's worse things.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
I thought Sam was going to say something, I guess not. Now, where's this other one at? Damn it. I haven't played this in so long. And this will be the last time I ever play it, so after this, no more of this game. Alright, yeah, so we're done talking to all these people. I just wish I could remember where the freaking vent was.
More power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power.
Forget it. If we don't find them, we don't find them. I'm not going to break my neck looking for these things. But I will check in this office here, because I would like to get some experience, because learning more skills certainly wouldn't hurt. I don't think there's one in here.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Did I look at this one already up here? Or did I completely forget about it? Because I've done that before. Okay. So let's get a move on here, because I spent too much time in this place already. And there's a lot of shit left in this shitstorm. And look at her running again to her position. She's out of position again. Ah, boy. How do I play this shit? There's Cora. You can't date her if you're a woman because she likes men, even though this is one of the most lesbian-looking characters I've ever seen in a video game. I was shocked that she was straight.
Hey there.
You okay? Those guys really grilled you. And Addison. First Pathfinder they've seen in over a year. All she can do is question your competence?
So which one was Addison? Let's make her be a little bit of a douche. Like that.
Which one was Addison again? All politicians look the same to me.
Same here. Next time we'll ask for a seating chart. I worked out logistics with Director Tan. They're giving us a ship and crew. He said their best is taking care of it.
I still need to head back to the Ark and check in with Sam.
Sounds good. While you're there, maybe see how your brother's doing.
Wait till you see her brother. I made sure he was ugly as sin. I gave him Will Smith-sized ears, too. I don't know if he showed up on the main screen. I don't think he did when I started this. These will be long episodes because I want to get this game over with because I already know it's not going to be popular. My channel is barely hanging on as it is. And my Twitch is pretty much non-existent, so... what have I got to lose by playing this garbage, you know? Now's as good a time as any just to get this out of the way because I got so many other things to play. Just trying to get all the annoying games done. Just get them out of my life. Hey there, ugly. Alright. Doodly-dee-da-da-doo-ah. This is where the saboteur will end up if you scan all of these vents, but I don't remember where they all are. And I just really don't care, to be honest.
What's the latest about waking people up? We're in a holding pattern. Word is that the Nexus doesn't have
Nexus doesn't have enough room to thaw out everybody, so they already were sleeping for 600 years, so this is just going to add a couple more months to it. There's Captain Dunn, because we love her.
You're not on the bridge, Captain?
We powered it down. Can't afford to waste energy. Though Cryo Bay and Sam Node are exempt. And I told them to keep their hands off Alec's quarters. You have access now.
Thanks.
Hey, sorry about your father. He was really good at what he did. Just not so good at working with people. He was right about going planetside, though.
Sam Node has now been lifted.
Even though she's supposed to hate her father because they had a bad relationship or whatever, I'm going to make her sympathetic because this character needs some type of personality.
I wish he were still here. There's so much he could have taught me.
You'll do fine. You're off to a good start. If there's anything else I can help with, let me know.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Now that the Hyperion is docked, what will you do?
Normally, I'd supervise thawing out the colonists, but that's been put on hold. I hear you're the one helping resolve the issue. Good luck with that.
Yeah, seriously.
If someone had told you that you'd be in the Andromeda cluster even 5 years ago...
Are you kidding me? I'd have laughed them out of the quadrant. Although the way things are now isn't exactly.
And you'll also see that the NPCs you talk to sometimes have this weird glitch where they'll pop like she just did. Get used to that.
Sign up. You hope for the best and plan for
See?
the worst.
She just did it again, and it happens constantly. It's like they're trying to do another animation or something, and it gets canceled. I don't really understand why that happens, but it happens a lot.
Why did you join the initiative? We're a long way from home.
How could I not? I love my job. Coming here, all this, it was just a logical extension of what I already do. Sailing through new stars, discovering new worlds. What self-respecting explorer could pass that up?
Thanks for the talk.
All right. I have requests to submit, administrators to harass, and people to wake up. I'd better get to it. Good luck out there.
I'm gonna need it. Brother. Oh, I think you're supposed to actually talk to this lady first. I'm not sure.
Pathfinder, it's good to see you.
There was a delay there for some
Word
reason.
is there's been trouble on the station.
We just got here. How did you know that already?
Word gets around.
Does it now?
People talk to me. Anyway, as soon as we establish outposts, everything will even out. I'm sure of it.
Wait, who is this lady?
What about your family?
I'm an orphan. My parents died on the Mindoir colony when it was attacked years ago. No siblings. I left some friends and distant relatives behind, but I have friends here too. I love piloting, but I like the idea of going back to my roots and farming like my parents did. Someday.
Why did you join the initiative?
The most popular question on the station. Honestly, I wouldn't have known about this project if Nozomi hadn't reached out to me.
Nozomi?
Captain Dunn. Of all the captains I've piloted for, she's the best. I've always been a wanderer at heart. When she asked me to be her pilot, how could I say no to the adventure of a lifetime?
How do you feel about all this, now that we're here?
Hopeful. I know, it's a rose-colored outlook, but someone's got to keep the positivity coming, right?
Have to go now. See you later.
Good luck.
Thank you. Alright, so talk to Sam. No, I think I'm actually supposed to talk to the guy who gave us the mission, Raj, or whatever the hell his name. Who the fuck cares? Yep, let's pull those things out. Yep, they always pull those Omni-Tool device things out. Everybody's on their phones, damn millennials. So this is important for the story. We're almost done here. This is like the most boring part of the game, so Just wanted to get this out of the way.
Hello, Sarah. Welcome back to SamNode. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
That seems dangerous.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient. Far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI, so what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Huh.
That's pretty amazing.
But beyond what many people will accept, your father knew some would fear it.
Yeah, he's got a point. So what does this mean for the two of us?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Alright, so we've already picked our profile. I'm not going to be switching it. And we could talk to Sam and get more information, but my god, I can't. I cannot. I mean, we will later. What are you
Pathfinder,
doing?
Captain Dunn said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
At ease, soldier. Relax. So this is our little room here on the Hyperion.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the
I really want to
First
play the
Continental
original
War.
Mass Effect trilogy now.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
Yeah, so you pick up these memory triggers in order to unlock more information later on. I'm not going to dig too much of that in this episode, and yes, you can step on the bed, which is gross. This is a model of the original Normandy, which once again just makes you want to play the far superior original trilogy.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to SamNode on the Hyperion to investigate further.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you. Needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like.
Right. So you had his own little stove and stuff. I'm not going to be exploring the backstories and stuff yet. What is this circle thing about? I gotta know. I didn't know she could climb up there. What's the point of that? That's weird. It's probably designed into the game's engine, so that's just how it happens. So yeah, I'm not going to be looking up none of this crap yet, because I'm running out of time, so let's just get a move on. We can always come back here and talk to the people later, but like I said, I doubt very many people care even about this game story. Like, it's really not that great. exciting. So, who cares? Let's just get the HE double hockey sticks out of here. See, Twitch, I can watch my language, see? I'm a good boy. I follow your rules. So we're gonna be heading back. We could check up on her brother, but there's not really much to do there. I mean, he's in a dang coma, and he will be for pretty much the whole game, which is so stupid. Another missed opportunity. And I went into the cryo bay by accident anyway, so we might as well go see him. That was not on purpose. So I gotta get to work. Get back to real life. Although I will enjoy just ripping this game a new asshole.
I'll make it right, Dash. I promise.
There's another little mission here.
Pathfinder, I'm Nigel McCoy. Just got out of cryo.
Welcome to Andromeda, Nigel.
Thank you. It's bittersweet, though. My little brother Dash was stationed on the Nexus. I just learned he died on Eos, trying to start a settlement.
That's awful. I'm sorry, Nigel.
Yeah. We were gonna start families out here together. I have a pendant our father wore. Dash had its match. Will you reunite them?
Of course.
In his digital journal, he mentioned a spot on Eos where he'd go to think. If you could leave the pendant there.
Alright, another little silly mission. Here's Fisher. Some of these people won't show up if you don't investigate the first planet thoroughly. Habitat 7. I think that's what it was.
Fisher, glad to see you're doing better.
That was some expedition, hey? Captain said I'm going in the log as the first human to make contact with the Ket. And Kirkland's the first casualty. Wish it could have gone differently.
Wasn't your fault. It's obvious the Ket aren't friendly. Nothing we did could have changed that.
I suppose you're right. It's just not what you dream about. Meet a new species and 3 seconds later they're trying to kill you.
I hear you, but I guess that's life. Not everyone will see things our way. In the meantime, chin up. It'll get better.
Chin up. There's Hines. Or
Ryder.
Hayes.
Hayes, how's the wound?
Doc says I'll live. So this goes from a life-threatening gunshot to a story I'll tell my grandkids someday.
With no need to exaggerate. That was a tough fight on Habitat 7.
Just glad to be on the other side of it.
Sure thing, girl. I love your red hair. And Greer.
Greer, how you feeling?
Grateful. If you and Liam hadn't found me in that cave, God knows what those aliens would have done.
Oh, they would have killed you, brother.
We couldn't leave a man behind.
Yeah, your father. And Kirkland.
I know. It's rough. Being on the Pathfinder team is turning out to be a dangerous business.
More than I ever thought. I'm sorry I'm not out there with you, but Kirkland was a friend, and I'm not cut out for this anymore.
Understood. Habitat 7 was a nasty wake-up call. You take care, Greer.
You too. Thanks again.
So he's just quitting. He said, I had enough of this crap. There's her brother.
Ryder, good to see you. Damn shame about your dad, though. I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
I haven't heard how he died.
Like a hero. That's how. That's the only part that matters.
Like an idiot,
I
you
met
mean?
one Pathfinder. Well, 2 with you. But I figure that's the way to go. Taking your last breath on an uncharted world.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Now I just need to make sure your brother here pulls through.
Damn it, phone.
How's Scott doing?
His condition's stable. I see signs of REM activity in the brain, so he's dreaming. Means all the wiring still works.
How'd this happen?
It was dumb luck, really. We hit the Scourge at the worst possible moment, just as the stasis revival was kicking in. It's a vulnerable moment, coming out of a 600-year nap, then wham! Circuits fried and overloaded the neural pathways. Don't worry, I'm on it. We're not losing another rider.
Yeah, because, you know, they're so important.
Are you staying here in the Hyperion?
You know that moment when you realize you're just getting too old? Ha, right, look who I'm talking to. Trust me, it happens. For me, it was Habitat 7. Watching you guys running around, dodging lightning and the cat, it's a young man's game. Pains me to admit it, but it's passed me by.
Yeah, she's like 15, so...
We'll miss you, Harry.
Just make sure to raise some hell once in a while, will you? I'm living vicariously through you.
Deal.
She does have a cute laugh, though, Ryder. She does have a cute little snicker.
How did you end up with the initiative?
Well, you reach a point in life where you wonder, is that all there
Grasping
is?
at straws here, guys.
I'd accomplished everything in the Milky Way I could. I was locked into a future of diminishing returns. So coming here was the world's biggest midlife crisis. A chance to wake up in the morning and feel hope instead of arthritis.
Goodbye, dude.
That's all, Harry. Thanks.
Don't be a stranger. If anything changes with Scott, I'll let you know.
The doc is alright. Yeah, so I made this guy like if Will Smith and a llama had a baby, I guess. He looks pretty normal there, actually. I should have did more to him. I was going to give them the same hair, but I want her to have the unique hair. Alright, so we've done that. Docking bay is where we're trying to go, but first, let's see, operations. Get this one little quest over with so it's done and out of the way, then we're going to get the ship, and that'll be it for this episode. I don't know if anyone's watching, but if anyone has stuck around, thank you. I know this has been not the most entertaining thing because we're in a very, very dialogue-heavy section of the game. But this is the only one that's really like this. The rest of the game, it will pick up to a degree. Too bad that run was disabled, man. That thing was gorgeous. You could make her like do this little Spanish shuffle. Oh no, he's not even here. What the fuck? Okay, I screwed up somewhere. Where this damn thing is at. Maybe it's over here. I think my brain's starting to kick in, I hope. I'd like to get this mission done. So I can level up. What the hell is this thing? So he just despawns. I see. So this is the last one we examined here.
I'm certain, Professor.
What the heck is going on here? See, he's talking to somebody I'm not even standing near. Like, dude, for real? Maybe it's over here. Here it is.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Alright, yeah, this is the one I was looking for. Now I think we go up here. My brain just decided to kick back on. Thank God.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Alright. So we gotta unfortunately go back to the Hyperion. Where the hell is that? That's the docking bay. Cryo bay. Yeah, here we go. We're almost done here. Alright, I was just checking the feed. Alright, so now we're gonna head back. Wait, am I in the wrong? Am I in the wrong fucking place? Okay, no. So she's over here now.
Zara Kellis?
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it. Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Callis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patel's. A third party seems likely.
The real saboteur could be setting you both up.
Because we both figured out something was going on? That would make sense. It's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so now we're gonna have to check the security. A lot of back and forth BS, as with most RPGs. I just really can't wait to get this part over with. It's really dull. I hate it. Another reason I didn't do this on YouTube, you know, like... I mean, there is more dialogue-heavy sections ahead, but not like this. And I really do want to level up again. I think my HP... close to 800 would be really nice, but like as you can see, you die very fast in this game, as you guys saw earlier. So on insanity mode, so we got to check the security, which is over here. I'm starting to remember stuff now, thank goodness. Ooh, oh, that's so annoying with NPCs. And you don't want to get trapped, because you can actually get stuck. Which would not be a good thing, obviously.
This file is useless. Let's check another.
And this is kind of some funny stuff here a little bit. They just can't get along with each other. Candros, none of them getting along. We'll meet Sloane Kelly soon. She was responsible for one of the funniest glitches in the game, where she would just literally fold into a pretzel, but it was patched, I think. So, talking about the exiles.
And another scrambled file.
Coincidence seems unlikely.
Let's check another. This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence. You'd need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Somebody working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work. Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion. You will need to conduct scans from close proximity.
Got it.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair.
Alright, so I think the guy is now here. I know right where he is. This is supposed to be one of the few moments in the game where you can actually make a decision. But your decisions don't affect diddly squat. Except for a few lines of dialogue, but it has no lasting consequences. There are very few lasting consequences in this game. There's a few, but nothing that really will affect like it did in the original trilogy, where your decisions would last not just one game, but several games. Like, I remember I played Mass Effect 3. They remembered stuff I did from, there he is, that I did from the first game. And I'm like, wow, that is amazing. Come on, Dale.
Dale Atkins, right? We need to talk.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
Is that what sabotage is called these days? Work?
You're pretty arrogant for the new kid. You don't even know what's been going on.
Proof says you've been up to no good.
Vigors, screw this. Screw all you hypocrites on this station. You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? We just wanted answers. My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or...
I'm sorry for what happened, but setting explosives isn't the answer.
Neither was sending people into exile because they didn't agree with policy. I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people. Killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the Krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
Not my call. The Nexus leaders will make that decision.
That lot make a decision? That'll be the day.
Seriously. And that completes the mission. Completely pointless, but experience points are experience points. And that was worth 530, so now we can get out of here. Oh, thank God. At least the most dull part of the game is over. You go from this exciting part, well, kind of exciting part, exploring the planet and dealing with this crap. So we're going to head to the docking bay now and get on the fake Normandy. Oh, thank God.
Ready
More
to see what
glitches.
Tan gave us?
I hear it's something special. Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style.
Everybody in this game smokes weed, I'm telling you. There's nothing wrong with that.
They call her the Tempest.
Fake Normandy. I don't know why Cora walks like that. I swear she's packing a ball sack.
Let's go take a closer look.
Let's pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late. So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetra Nix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
What's the rush?
Just don't want to waste any more time.
Me neither.
Hold it! You're not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Who is this twink?
Whatever happened, it wasn't me. I just got here.
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest's supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Nicely done.
Part of the job, Pathfinder. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Finally, somebody who gets
Someone who
things
cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
Took the words right out my mouth, Cora. You strange walking freak. I like Vetra. She's female Garrus, basically, but I love Garrus. He's one of my favorite characters. Man, my phone never shuts up. Believe me, I'm not that popular.
Everything's state-of-the-art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Good to see you looking so well, Sarah.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
Hey, Kate.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
It's really going to be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part.
Oh god, don't take off your clothes.
When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
No more zoom ups on the faces, please. Alright, so we're on the ship. The game auto-saved, and that will conclude this. I just wanted to get on the damn ship.
Better
so we
head to
could
the bridge
actually...
when we're ready to go.
Yeah, okay, Ryder. You know, don't sass me, okay? Just shut up. So, Godspeed. This will be archived on the on the Gangstar Gaming. Almost called it the original name that it was before. I gotta get to work. Godspeed. And thank you, Twitch.